Heck. The plan was being Breath of the Wild for stream today. That sounded cool. And then this thing. I gotta find a new world. We'll do the Black Cat. All reliable. Hi, Smug. Hi, Zai. Hi, Air. I thought it was gonna be so cool. I was gonna be on the big stump tree. Yeah. Where's my invite? You don't get one. You know what you did. I wonder how long they're gonna have Halloween stuff. Hi, Ordinary Rock. Who's here to annoy Euland? This guy. Oh, heck. Hi, Archangel. I'm already big annoyed because of the Breath of the Wild thing just now. I need this over there. This over here. I will do the other camera later. Time for stretches. What day is it? 107? Hell yeah. Yeah, so I went to that Breath of the Wild world. And I was like, this will be cool. This will be fun. This won't drive me crazy. Hi, non-dairy. With the stuff in the background. And then because of the climbing, I couldn't fucking click my camera. And then I just had the Sheikah Slate, and I was like, alright. This is too many problems. Oh, I almost fell there. Have I always been this bright? Hi, Remus. I'm pretty sure I've always been this bright, but I'm just looking at myself right now. I'm like, oh my god, I'm a fucking glow stick. Hi, Global. Three. 5. Oh. My headset is grayed out. Okay. You're angry at me? You're always angry at me, Global. Really just popped in to say hi. Off to annoy people IRL. Hell yeah. Thank you for stopping by, Rock. Best of luck in your annoying endeavors. And thank you for taking care of my dog ass in Civ 6. Oh my god. Hi, Lost On. I am cute, yes, but you are quite beautiful and precious. Yeah. I didn't hold that one that long. Oh, I hate planking. This is like the worst part of the stream. This is easily, hands down, my least favorite part of the whole stream. 6:30. So we gotta go to 8. What did I do yesterday? We played more Elden Ring. Oh my god. Elden Ring is so much more fun now that I have a magic build. And I actually feel useful. We did a few boss fights where I just do a shit ton of damage with all my magic. It's like, holy cow. I'm not dog water. I'm not just useless. This is so much more fun. Also, originally I thought Arch maybe killed too many things in the crystal caves and got me too many levels. No, a dragon fucking died near us. Because when Zuvi and I went to the same cave, because we were like, hey, let's grind some levels. The same dragon just died again. And so we both just got like a free 80,000 runes. Oh god. 20. Ow. Ow. 15. 14. 13. 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. 0. Oh god. Ow. 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 I gotta set this camera too. I need to get better at, like, starting my shit on time. I feel like lately I'm just bad at it. Is that started a little bit? It is. I just didn't do the thing. Okay. I recorded this yesterday. It's the final Heavensward Zone. It is okay to be bad sometimes. Hi, Carface. Azzy's Law. You spelled it a little weird. I did not realize how fucking green and gross the sky was here. I always knew there was, like, magic-y stuff going on in the sky. This whole zone just has green fart gas everywhere. Like, everywhere. At all times. Yeah. Zai, that Lalafell player I sent you, the first to get 100 wins, everybody's saying, all right, you got to do what this guy did and use the Shabu Shabu strategy. And everybody's like, okay, what's the Shabu Shabu strategy? That's just the character's name. It means just being good. Okay. They literally call it the Shabu Shabu strategy, and it's just being good at Blunderville. Great. Thanks. Thanks, Japanese player base. Real cool of you. Did you watch the 4 clips in what I sent you, though? Because it's like the 4 different courses aside from the one where you go around. And their shit is like, what the fuck? Good info. I figured you'd appreciate it. I went through other posts of their Twitter. The shit they do on the ring, that's insane, Zai. They just stand by 2 hammers. They don't actually try to run around. And when the wind is about to hit them, they get knocked by a hammer through the wind and don't get knocked off. And it was just like, what? You dirty little rat. Hi, Jan. It looks like it's really hard to, like, time it, though. Because the most recent clip of them doing the ring, I saw them do it once and then fuck up the second time. Knew something like that would be possible, or just straight up avoiding the wind? Yeah. It looks really difficult to do. But I saw them do it once, and then they stood there for a minute, and then they fucked up the second time. You're early than usual? I don't think so. Did you just have a... Did you just have a daylight savings? Because I'm at 9 a.m. my time. Why did you just got ads? I keep turning ads off, but they keep wanting to, like, turn them back on, and it's just a whole fucking battle. Sub ran out, but I can't resub with Prime. Oh. Twitch is bamboozling you? Yeah. It's usually around an hour from here, 3 p.m. for me. I didn't just have daylight savings time, did I? Thought it was in, like, a few days. When is the North American daylight savings time? Sunday? I don't know what to tell you, Jan. I know Europe just had a daylight savings time. Like 5 days ago? Oh yeah, the hour did change? Yeah. Mine's gonna change in 2 days. But I am very much 9 a.m. on the dot each day. I'm the type of person who... I fall apart if I don't stick to my routines. So if I miss a day, I'm probably going to get depressed over it and miss like 5 days. That's why we stream every single day, by the way, because I will literally fall apart if I don't. EU is the last Sunday in October. NA is the first Sunday in November. It's so cruel, Ramus. They let us get closer together just so that we can have a taste of more gaming time with each other before ripping us apart. We are all too dumb to quit the daylight savings routine. It was voted to remove it over a year ago, and well, let's do it again. It's so pointless. What's that? Are you talking about daylight savings, Jan? Holy shit, I got a full ad when I got in. Not out. 5 mins, I got a bottom text ad. What the fuck? Heck you, Twitch. Here's something I learned about today. I was watching Meowme's stream before this, and they were talking about how much they make through Twitch. Specifically, when someone gives a sub, that's $5 US, right? About 6 pounds. The flaming thing that walked past, that was a fire aspect elemental. We'll see a few of those. There's a lot of lightning ones also. It's basically enough essence of fire in an area congealed into a living being that just wants to burn everything down. But anyway, Meowme's. Scottish VTuber, VR chat streamer. Anytime someone subs, the split should be 50-50, right? But that's before taxes and everything. So Twitch takes half, then they get taxed, then they get US taxed, then there's a conversion rate. Meowme's is only making like $1.80 or something from each sub. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's insane. 50-50 isn't a fair split. And they don't even get 50-50. They don't even get 40-60. I was fucking flabbergasted by 180. I'll tell you right now, I make 238. When I get a sub, 238 is the number I see. Hi, Jack. Jack probably sees the same, 238. I did not know that it was that wildly different for European streamers. I'm kind of upset about it. I'm kind of like, what the fuck? That's bullshit. Hey, here's another one, Jan. Oh, am I gonna walk right through it? Nope, to the left. Being an EU stream sucks, apparently. I mean, so I always thought the EU streamers were done dirty because EU Twitch, like the EU Twitch branch, is just a bunch of knobheads. Like, they literally, if you don't stream FIFA, they don't consider you a streamer. So, like, I have a friend, Leafeons, who is British in England, and she streams VR chat. To apply for partner, you have to have 75 average concurrent viewers. Her streams were averaging 150 to 200, and she was getting rejected. What? One of the biggest VR chat streamers, Lolathon. Literally, like, only wholesome. I don't even know if he swears. I'm pretty sure he swears, but he's otherwise, like, a pretty wholesome guy. Does memes, but, like, not really mean-spirited memes and pranks. Everybody in the community knows Lolathon has fucking earned his place high up in the community and view count. Lola swears is more from others than when he scares the shit out of them. Yeah. This guy was averaging 800 viewers. And Twitch EU was denying his partner application. 800 view count average, and he's getting denied. What? It's insane. And it's just like, people with less that play FIFA get approved. There were people that was like 60 view count average, or like the bare minimum 75, but they play FIFA, they get approved. It was so just like, what the fuck is Twitch EU doing? And we know a lot of VR chat EU streamers that went through this. Global is partnered now. I think they had a really tough time getting partnered. Paper Bag has been at the view count average for more than a year. And Twitch EU just doesn't fucking like her. Paper Bag should have been partnered a fucking year ago. If FIFAs were better, I would be less annoyed, but it's still ridiculous. Yeah. It's just... between that and now how much less they get in earnings, I'm like, what the fuck? It's... Because that's gotta be insane, right? If you're European, and you have mostly European viewers, and they are paying in European pounds, it has to go through a conversion rate to US dollars, get taxed US, converted back, which has another conversion fee, taxed in your currency. What the fuck is that? They probably trying to get a cut of FIFA player sales. No wonder all creators need to do sponsors and shit. Yeah. FIFAs are now opening character packs and then you play a bit. Good lord. I mean, so thankfully, or maybe not thankfully, I don't know. FIFA didn't renew their contract with EA, so EA is making a different soccer game. And I don't even know if FIFA is making a soccer game right now. Hopefully that kind of like shakes it up. Oh, I need to fix my trackers. Can I pause here? I can. Everybody look away. This is embarrassing. Don't look. Okay. I need to click that. Click this. They already did a soccer game, different name and shit. Creators who use loads of money on FIFA packs and promote that are honest-to-God morons. Well, I'm wondering if they get sponsored, right? Because if you get sponsored by FIFA, and they're like, spend $1,000 on character packs or whatever, I've seen you eat peanut butter before, this is nothing. You have not seen me eat peanut butter. Nobody has seen that yet. We haven't posted that video yet, Global. Some probably do, some not. I despise both because it's disgusting practices from EA and just eat it. Yeah. Yeah. We used to think of EA as like the only company that tried this shit. And man, it's just every company now. I've seen more vids of opening packs than actual playing matches. Good lord. I played soccer as a kid. I couldn't do it for long because I had really bad allergies back then. So I would play, and halfway through the match, I'd be like struggling to breathe, and it was like, oh, we probably shouldn't keep Euland in soccer. Let's put him in basketball. When I'm the shortest kid in the class. What's that creature? I missed it. It's Gotcha Gaming without the cartoon boobies. Is it one of these, Jan? Those are... Shit, what are they? Manticores. Or chimeras. One of the two. The lore of this zone, Jan, is that this was like... I don't remember if it was the capital or a testing facility or what it was specifically, but there was a lot of like research done here conducted by people from an ancient empire that has since been wiped off the face of the planet. Sweaty muscular man instead. So this it's like floating islands held up by these ancient like airships, and they were conducting a lot of experiments here that were extremely questionable. A lot of the experiments were like, wow, that's deplorable and unethical and really bad. And then they all died, and the experiments have kind of just created their own ecosystem up here and existed. So you have these like monstrous chimera Frankenstein monsters that just live up here. I would say it's worse since it affects PvP matches, so it has more influence. Want to win? Better spend some money or you're just losing with shit players. Well, there's some gachas that are like that too. Pretty sure the boat game and some of the others have a lot of gacha. Genshin and Honkai Star Rail, I feel like are exceptions in that they are exclusively PvE. Arknights is... I don't think that has PvP. Uma Musume has PvP. The boat game has PvP. Shit, what's the one that Ichi Ninja always plays? It's Code something. A lot of these have PvP though. Yeah, but Genshin, you spent $1,000 2 years ago. You still got the same game now. You spent on FIFA 2 years ago. Tough luck. Now it's a new game. Better spend again. I mean, so it's not like they discontinued that game 2 years ago, right? You could still play it, but they've just trained their audience. You're a fucking loser if you don't play the new one. What are you playing that RuneScape looking ass game for? You talking about people who buy yearly? I am. They are conditioned to need the newest version that has 5 more pixels. And aside from characters wearing different jerseys, I don't know how they're different at all. Like, it's not like Mario Superstars where they're adding like abilities and new items on the soccer field. It's just soccer. You can't really change the rules with that. Shut up and take my money. Oh my god, I need to turn the Steam VR notifications off. I was productive yesterday. I need to turn Steam VR notifications off. What was the other thing? I need to fix OVR Advanced Toolkit. I don't have a play space mover right now, and I fucking hate it. Sorry, didn't heard what you said was helping my father. We were just making fun of FIFA players. Because, like, they buy an annual game, but it doesn't change at all. Whenever I think about buying the same thing each year, it just goes to fry tossing money at Pear. Here's the thing I felt bad for buying the same thing of every time. Dynasty Warriors. People would be like, it's the same game. It just looks better. And I was like, well, I mean, they add more missions. They change the game mechanics. They add new characters. I feel like it's different enough, and I'm having fun. So I felt like I was a step above FIFA players and Madden players, but Dynasty Warriors can get kind of samey. Now, Pokemon is the real villain in all this. That's the one that I'm like, man, buying Pokemon each year, because that one is a yearly release. Dynasty Warriors is like every 3 years. No, Dynasty Warriors was not yearly release, but it was that continuous thing where it's like, Dynasty Warriors 8, well, how is it different than the last 7? You fight lots of guys. Whenever I think about buying the same thing each year, it just goes to fry tossing. Was talking about the world lore? Oh, okay. I'll go over it again in a second. Dynasty Warriors was not yearly, was it? I know they have a lot, but I don't know their releases. And last year you had 2 Pokemon, so it didn't even go as far as yearly. Hi, Mixie. God did the Thug Shake and the world was made. I don't think God made the world with a Thug Shake. I was always of the belief that, when I was a Christian, that if God created the world, he did it through evolution, and like he was the one that started the whole chain process of amino acids becoming DNA and creating life through that. I don't think he just snapped and it was all there. Hi, Pixel. Okay, Jan, the world lore. This area is like a collection of floating islands, and it was basically, there was this ancient empire called the Allegan Empire, and they were super smart, but not the most nice people. They were pretty okay with doing like super unethical experiments and just like fucking with people. And so they created this facility that literally just floats on in the sky, and they were creating all these monsters. And suddenly the Allegans all died. They just disappeared. But all of their experiments are still here. So all the experiments have just been stuck on these islands and kind of like an ecosystem, breeding and eating each other and staying alive. And now you have these like herds of these monstrous Frankenstein experiments just running around up here. Time to lay in bed and pass out? Hell yeah, Zai. Sleep well. Jesus is a split personality of God, in my opinion. You could say that. At work today, Pixel? Dang. Well, I hope work goes fast. Yeah, so this place, Jan, it's like ancient. It's like 2,000 or 3,000 years old or something. It's ancient. But all these just crazy animals have just been running around up here. Never heard that one. I feel like I've heard it before. It kind of goes with believing in God, so... Shocker, I don't. I need a drink. Holy cow, we're already at 1 mile. That went so fast. I have a weird view on religion. I'm nihilistic. I feel like you spelled nihilistic differently every time, Mixie. Ancient ruins and the civilization monster running around. It's a very interesting place. Compared to the other zones of this expansion, it's kind of wild. Because there's 4 zones that are kind of barren and kind of wasteland-like. There's one zone that is islands in the sky. And then there's this islands in the sky, but with a very tech feel. The other one is very lacking in a tech feel. Imagine if Jesus was just enlightened to the universe and spoke about being the universe, experiencing himself, and people just didn't get it. What if they were just some hippie dude who was not understood? Non-Dairy, have you ever seen The Life and Times of Brian? Because you immediately made me think of that. To be honest, when I think of ancient ruins, this isn't what I think about. So you're saying he smoked some Zaza. So there's a lot of ancient ruins in Final Fantasy, but the idea with Allegan ruins is that they don't deteriorate. Hi, Zuvi. They were made so well that they just stay together. I haven't seen The Life and Times of Brian in fucking years. More than a decade. But holy shit, there's moments where he's like, I'm not a prophet! I'm not a messiah! Just be nice to each other! Oh, he's telling us a prophecy! We should be nice to each other! No! I mean, technically this zone is in the middle of the Sea of Clouds. It is. He is the Messiah! No! Back then was better. I had another vision today. When you say vision, are you talking about dreams? Or like daydreams that you're thinking of? Because I hear the word vision, and I imagine somebody like their eyes rolling back and being like, I have had a vision. On drugs. I don't think Mixie is on drugs. I do think they're in their own little world. But I'm pretty sure they're not on drugs. I love the music here so much. Well, good, because it loops a lot. When I was recording it, Zai, oh my god. When I was editing it, I was like, alright, I'm going to jump ahead 10 minutes. And it would do like the same dun 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 dun. And then I would skip ahead like 5 minutes again, dun 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 dun. And I was like, oh my god. Everywhere I go, it's just that 5 notes. Erg, I have to go to the grocery store and get water, but I really don't want to. You have to get water at the grocery store? I would have assumed Germany had drinkable tap water. And if not, I would have assumed you just had a Brita. It's crazy to me when people are like, no, you gotta go to the grocery store to get water. We do, but Zuvia is fancy. This is interesting, but gotta be honest, I like FF16 Fallen Ruins more. Okay, well, Jan, that's not really a fair comparison, because this came out in like 2014 or 2015. This is an ancient zone. This is really old and kind of outdated, and 16 is very, very new. I like eyes, by the way. I'll have you know, Zai, I thought of you last night. Because I was playing Civ 6, I was watching Core stream, and I was like, man, I've been productive. I did a lot today. I need to be better about like treating myself and playing games by myself that I want to play. So I want to play Civ 6 for a little bit. And I played Civ 6 for like 2 hours by myself. And when I founded a religion, I named it Thighs. And I was just like, I don't know, I've done everything else. I always like to do something new, but it always likes to be something like degenerate. I've never done Thighs before. So I founded the religion of Thighs. Alright, the whole concept of the Fallen Ruins, and the look and the way things work. Friendship established. You know, it's really funny, Zai. I'm next to Spain, and they normally get pissed off when you send your religion to them. He hasn't been minding Thighs. I literally brought Thighs to 2 of his cities, and he was just like, yeah, okay. I was just like, what? You don't even care? Alright. Do you think if Jesus had a daughter, she would look good? I don't think she would look white, I'll tell you that. That's something weird that, like, everybody portrays Jesus as blonde hair, blue eyes, and just white. And it's like, you guys know where he's from, right? You know he's not... He's from the Middle East. Wait, what nation are you playing? I am playing Poland. I'm playing on Prince mode. I keep fucking up against barbarians, and I've lost more units than I'd like to admit. But I don't know. I don't even know if I'll finish this campaign. Poland spreading thighs. The way I see Jesus, it's Charlie. You're a Prince Ewan. Prince mode sounds weird. So Prince is default. Poland next to Spain? Look. In Civ 6, you can do a lot of different world settings. I have not set it to, like, accurate Earth locations. Did you get some crazy invasion? No. I actually selected the East Asia continent. So it's basically modeled after China. But we've been placed in random locations there. A pillow prince? True. Yeah. You can set it to be like real world locations. But no, I just I selected like East Asia, and I'm at the very east of the map. I'm like on the coast, near the tundra at the top north. And Spain is like right fucking there, and I'm like, man, I don't have a lot of real estate for cities. I'm actually like backlogged on settlers. I have like one just waiting there to clear out a barbarian camp. The real world maps have a lot to be desired. Yes. My vision is like a trance, I guess. Okay. Is it Friday? Oh my god, it's Friday. How did we get to Friday already? Wait, if it's Friday, that means a lot of people should be joining me. Where the hell is everybody? I want friends to walk with. I thought for a second you invade Germany and France, or went colonial and conquer Morocco or Portugal. It is. I have to go to the grocery store. Everyone being lazy. I mean, understandable. I've been lazy for a lot of my life. It's Friday. Today is world exploration or food videos. Probably world exploration? That'll be with Core later. I need to record beach videos. That's what I need to do. I need to just record beach videos. That way I can bring out the wheel and it'll have a beach day on it. And then we can have days where I walk in just the bikini. Because that sounds fun and degenerate. GTA San Andreas had beaches? It's autumn, Ewan. It's not autumn in VR chat. You're fun and degenerate? Hell yeah. It did. Oh no. I try non-dairy. I want to be fucking more degenerate. But I find myself just like, oh, I already was productive today, so I don't need to do more stuff. And then I'm just lazy. And I'm like, oh, but I wanted to do lewd shit, damn. I don't think it looks good enough to make a walkthrough video. I'll disagree with you entirely, Zuby. I think there's going to be a lot of shit games that I make walking videos through. Sometimes they're pretty, and sometimes they're like, ugh. Yes, be a lazy bean. No, I want to be productive. We had a pep rally today, Elin. Oh, lovely. Those are always so fun. I feel like there is a bizarre appeal to go on shit games just for random walk. The shit list. Here's the thing. If a game looks bad, I think it's fun to walk through it sparingly. I wouldn't want to only walk through shit games, but like, If I could make walking videos of, like, Banjo-Kazooie maps, that sounds kind of fun. Me and Ewan got to Civ Train. Last one, are you getting into Civ? Maybe we play that more. I don't know, I'm biased. GTA San Andreas is still my fave GTA. I only played one. I only played Vice City. Hi, Shere Khan. I'd play Civ if it wasn't during night. I might. You guys are making me think of stealing Elite Civ Night thing. Just like on a Thursday or something, I play Civ with people. And maybe it's really early for the Europeans. I'd play. But I don't want to fucking... God damn it. I was having a vision while I was at the pep rally, Ewan. Well, that sounds better than being at a fucking pep rally, damn. At least it isn't at 2 a.m. or something. You could just make it a Discord hangout thing anytime. Damn, Demon even played Vice. Okay, well, here's the thing. You work on Thursdays? Well, Thursdays is just like a day I'm throwing out. I don't even know if I want to do this, okay? This is just me thinking out loud. Because right now, I really don't have that much time for stuff between I stream and then I try to record a video every day. That's like a good 8 hours every day. Let's play Civ without Ewan. Do it. Fucking do it. You guys can have fun without me. Out of Touch Thursdays. Only a little bit because a friend couldn't pass a plane mission. Don't trigger my PTSD. How many nations are on Civ? God, there's like 50 or something. There's a lot. So yeah, Jan, in the middle of the zone, there's like 4 big islands around the zone, but then in the middle there's this massive colonial spaceship that literally could hold like millions of people. The pep rally is the same thing over and over again. Every time we have one, nothing changes. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah, so I stream every day. I try to do a video every day. After that, it's like, how much time do I have left? And typically not that much. And I struggle to just do a video a day. I'll tell you right now, when I end stream, if I have people to fall asleep on, I stay in VR for like 2 hours. And then after that, when I get out of VR, I don't always immediately go shower, although I really should. I should, like, the moment I get out of VR, I should go shower. Second are the mini helicopter missions in GTA. But I think those were side missions. Side mission, so it was not as bad. The Z Game Store mission. All I know is I played Vice City. I never beat it. And I just drove around the city for hours listening to the radio. And anytime I found a prostitute, I would get them in my car, fuck them in an alley, and then run them over to get my money back. Yeah, you should, Smelly Bean. I know. Here's the thing. One, it's just fucking cold. Like, it's so cold in winter now that, like, I don't want to shower. I still do every day, but I don't fucking wanna. What the fuck? I have lots of visions that I'm different people, Hewlin. Huh. Kinda base. How were you allowed to have GTA with your family? So my friend had GTA, and he lent it to me for like a week or two. I don't think my parents knew I played GTA. Put the water warmer. The water is hot, but like there's the time getting into the shower. There's the time where like you just turn on the shower and like the air in the bathroom isn't hot yet. Warm showers are goated. Bro, light a candle before stream. Bathroom will be toasty by the time you're done. But that means getting candles. I get the shower done. I just need to get in. I just need to fucking go. The other thing is, I get out of VR. I usually get food first before I shower. And then I just procrastinate and like watch streams for an hour or two. Your mom does not have bathroom candles? How young are they? She's like 60. But like, they have candles in their bathrooms. But in the bathroom down here, there's no candles. I basically have my own bathroom. The altars inside me also have visions, Ewan. Huh. Mine only has them rarely. I don't know. Bathroom candles to me sounds like consumables, and I hate consumables. On drugs? Yeah. Yeah. Get an oil candle? Like Salt and Phasmo really mad. Oh my god. I've never seen this statue face. Like, all of this up here is just statues, and I was like, oh, how did I just not see this when I came here through the storyline? We are at 1.8 miles, and that's as is law. Remove the rind from an orange and oil in it like a cup, and it will burn like a candle. Google it. I don't want to do candles, not dairy. I just don't want to. Also, I never eat oranges, so I'm not gonna have those that often. Hi, Blank. I thought I saw some neon floors the other day. I don't think oil candles are scented. And that's the whole point, right? I think the whole point, Zuby, is heating up the bathroom before you go take a shower. Does it also give the orange smell? Look, non-dairy, when we go on our date, you can show me candles or something, I don't know. Get your vitamin C. What? How many candles do you use? I don't use any candles. I don't remember the last time I even lit a candle. I'll show you something. Hell yeah. Candles don't do a lot of heat. They don't, but in a very confined space, in winter, they're going to heat it up a little, I imagine. You learn to love yourself now? I do love myself. I think I'm fucking fantastic. Scented candles are chemical warfare. I have a heat in my bathroom. Radiator, however it's called. You are. Thank you. Bathroom candles sound like some soap opera shit. I think you're all being pessimistic. I don't want to do candles, but I feel like that's me being stubborn and not because they're bad. Non-dairy says they're good, and I trust and like non-dairy. This is definitely a thing. Yeah, see, you never use candles. You've never lit a candle in a bathroom before getting in the bathroom. I dislike scented candles. Doesn't that just mean you haven't found a scent you like? I'll tell you right now, I'm probably not going to smell most scented candles, so a base-ass candle would be enough for me. Will Grandma only uses electrical ones now? So she doesn't burn the house down? I don't have a bathtub. What does a bathtub have to do with it? Well, I'm talking about for taking a shower. No, I hate scented candles. Alright, damn. There's a lot of scents I don't like due to my sensitive nose. Use candles in your room? Yeah, and your room's a lot bigger than a bathroom. The scent doesn't matter. All scents make it harder for me to breathe. Whatever, I am going now. I hope your trip to the store goes fast and is not entirely unpleasant, Subi. Get a wax pot easy. I have tea candles and a small lantern that I use to warm my office in winter, so I don't have to wait for PC to do it. Numb fingies don't help work. I have candles around the house for when we have blackout. My mom used to get those sticks. Okay, so I just live in the dark if I have a blackout. I'm totally fine just not having light. I'll be like, my eyes will adjust. I'll be able to see all the doors and whatnot. My mom does not live like that. So in this house, there's probably enough lights, flashlights, and candles around. I remember the last time I really lit a candle was for church. We'd have these like silent vigils or whatever, and we'd hold these lit candles for like 30 minutes. And the wax would drip down them, and they had like a little cover on them to keep the wax off yourself. But I remember I had a bad one time, and I remember the like hot wax getting on my fingers. And normally I'm somebody that hates heat. But something about it being wax and hardening there, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So I've never like played with it at all, but I absolutely might have like a wax fetish of like the hot wax dripping on you. That shit sounds kind of cool. Yuland, I ate horse meat and zebra today. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Mixie, I just don't believe you. I just don't believe that you ate horse and zebra today. Horse is like, maybe. Zebra? No, you fucking didn't. I love sandalwood candles. Okay, Yuland. What? Yep, Yuland is a masochist. This is like the closest to masochist you'll ever hear from me. You guys don't think it's cool to like... Never mind, I shouldn't assume that's common. It is kind of weird. But like, it doesn't hurt that much. And like, typically I don't like hot things. But hot wax is like, ooh, it's only hot for like a second. Is a zebra a horse? It is related to horses, but technically no. It is a different species. Zebra is a donkey? I don't think it's a donkey. No, it's totally sexy. They make special wax for that so you can pour it on your more sensitive areas and not burn skin. It's a mule. I also don't think it's a mule. We did this video just the other day. It's closer to a donkey than a horse. Is it actually? I know that zebras are kind of big and kind of mean. They're not exactly, like, friendly toward humans. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's more closely related to a donkey. I learned that from an anime where a guy lifted a girl's skirt and showed the entire school. I was when you said I learned that from an anime, I was expecting it to be the anime about people creating animals for God and like the trial and error process, and you just went a completely different direction with it. Zebras are weird horses that are assholes. I don't care what it is so long as it tastes nice. Yulin, have you tried eating bull meat? It tastes nice. I don't know, when I get like beef, it might have been bull. It's not exclusively female cows, right? The moment you mentioned that, I also remembered that. Bulls are different. I've been getting a lot of anime recommendations on YouTube for clips of like the most basic and the most tropey scenes in anime ever. Where like a girl has something that's about to embarrass her, and the guy tries to stop it, and he like reaches out, and it happens anyway, and then everybody blames him. I've literally just been like shown this exact scene across 4 different anime in the last week. And I'm like, damn, anime was a mistake. That just gets old now. It's not funny anymore. I don't know that I ever found it funny. Maybe I did. I don't know. I hate tropey shit in anime. Sometimes it's good, but like, so many tropes just... Ugh, this is so tiring. Evanescence and Shadow is great. Anime was a mistake, Eland. I wish they went more the manga route. I hate guys in anime. I got some fucked up manga vid. What I hate in anime is people who can't fucking grow a spine and not hurt people. If there's a guy with 3 girls that like them, I want them to tell 2 of them, hey, I like this girl. I don't want to lead you on. You're important to me, but like, you're not... I'm going to be honest, you're just not my first choice. And if you hate me for that, that's fair. I don't want to lead you on. People really don't like Subaru from ReZero. That guy, I fucking love Subaru, because he does that. Rem tells him, she's like, I love you, and he's like, I love Amelia. And you can argue all you want, he's wrong because he should have chosen Rem. But like, he did the fucking mature thing and was like, I don't want to hurt you. And you're going to get hurt if you just pursue me like this. It's wild how some of them are just not funny good, and yet they keep reappearing. Evanescence Shadow is poopy. Whoa! Nisekoi had that chance and they fucked it. Nisekoi was really funny, just never did anything. Cement is a sort of parody/comedy. Them's fighting words juice. They just want that shit to go on and on. Mother getting revenge on her on her son's bully saw style. Oh, that's kind of gnarly. Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru. Didn't it take like 2 seasons for him to say that though? I mean, the moment Rem said it to him, he said it. So like, you know, he wasn't gonna be like, Rem looked in his direction, he was gonna be like, actually, I love Amelia. He was like, he waited until it was 100% sure, like, oh, she's really going for me. And like, I get why typically characters don't do that, right? Because typically, these are fucking high school students, and they're not mature enough as someone who would do that, right? As a high school student, you'd think, hey, 2 girls like me, fucking let's go, baby. And then he gone and told Amelia as well. Elon, can you take me down to the river and feed the ducks? What are we supposed to feed ducks? You're not supposed to feed them bread, right? I mean, look at IRL. Ask normal thing girl, I have a boyfriend. Yeah, and that shit's annoying. It's romance anime where they don't get to the romance. Give the duck peas? Okay. Shinkosen has ducks. Shinkosen has like 2 or 4 ducks. Yeah. Subaru was really cool in that moment where he's like, I don't want to fucking lead you on a Rem. But most high school students, because most anime is in high school, they're not going to have that maturity, which I get. That's more realistic, but at the same time, fuck, it gets annoying. Did you know the ducks at the park are free? The elites don't want you to know. Yeah, you can just take them. You can just grab them and bring them home. They're also Japanese, and that's just not something a Japanese person would say. And fucked up, you see pretty extreme bullying and the death of the son getting runned over right in front of the mother. Organs and everything not pleasant. What she does to be close to the bullies isn't nice either. This sounds like an anime I just wouldn't like, Jan. It sounds like a revenge porn story. Well, not revenge porn, but it just sounds like a revenge story from somebody who was bullied and just like wanted the idea of bullies getting punished. It does have porn stuff? Okay, it's revenge porn. Never mind. That is exactly what Revenge of a Healer anime was. It was literally just, I'm angry at the world, I want to hurt my bullies and the people that mistreated me, but I also want to have sex because I'm horny. Redo of a Healer, that's what it was. Nice, dumpy Ewan, can you do the thug shake? I'm not doing the thug shake. No! I don't know that I've ever tried to twerk in my life. I do need a drink, though. To be honest, the best revenge anime I watched was 91 Days. I haven't seen, like, any revenge anime. That sounds like a weird concept to me. But, hi, Gale. Heck you, Toxic Walker. I'm not toxic, what do you mean? I'm a big supporter, though, of, like, there are genres that have appeals, and you shouldn't say you don't like a genre before you even watch 1 or 2 things from it. So, like, sports anime. I used to have the opinion, I don't like sports, so I don't like sports anime. And then I watched a few sports anime, and I fucking love them. 91 Days is a revenge anime, but it feels like a long con anime? I hate sports anime. Have you watched any? Because the big appeal of sports anime is that there are no villains. There's just other protagonists that don't win. So, like, if you watch, a good example is Haikyuu. I have not watched Blue Lock. Haikyuu, you've got the main team. There's the Hinata, who's the main character, who's like, he's short, but he wants to play volleyball. There's Kageyama, who wants to be a really good setter, yada yada. The rest of their team, they're all like really fleshed out and enjoyable characters. All the teams they go against have like full rosters of fleshed out characters. Any one of those teams could have been like the main characters of a volleyball anime. They just don't win. You love how angry Kageyama is. I've not watched Blue Lock. Those tanks are a sport juice. And I watched like a Kuroko no Basket. Love that show. Yeah, How Angry Kageyama Gets. It's the same on Blue Lock. Yeah, on Blue Lock, the main character is the most boring looking one, I think. And every other character looks like they could be a better main character. The villains are the opponents of the protagonists, but they're just as, like, they could have been protagonists. They could have switched everyone's places in the show and it would still work. Juice's favorite sports anime is Girls and Panzer. Oh my god. Blue Lock is so good because it actually does something different. The first sports anime that I really liked was Initial D. In Initial D, they almost made what shit was his name? Takuma? That sounds wrong. They made the main character seem more like the villain than all of the opponents he goes against. Because Takumi, that's it. Takumi is just like, he's so good that he's very disinterested in most races. So he's just like, wow, that sounded really racist when I said it from him. I was like, disinterested in most races. Hold on, what did I just say? Races, like sport races. Right, that was the right word. He's just disinterested. He's just like, I gotta win this race, I guess. And the show is just all of his opponents freaking out. So, like, the very first race he does against Keisuke, is just him, like, I gotta pass this guy if my dad considers it a win, whatever. And Keisuke is like, I'm gonna fucking roast these country bumpkins. None of them are gonna know how to race. Wait, this guy's in my mirrors already. That's not right. Is my engine going slow? What? And he's like freaking out. Like, Keisuke is literally just having a fucking meltdown in this race because nobody has kept up with him this much. And Takumi's just riding his goddamn bumper. And then, like, Takumi just wins. And he does that to every race. There's one with, like, the two girls where they're just like, we're gonna lose him at this turn. And then Takumi just does the turn better than them. And they're like, do we just give up? Like, how does he fucking do that? How do we beat somebody this good? There's one guy who's like, I don't drift anymore. I just need to trust in the cylinders in my car. Because drifting is just, it's a flashy technique. It doesn't actually help win races. Takumi drifts past him, right? Like, every race is Takumi's the fucking villain. Until the last one. And that shit was so fun to watch. The Then guy is the best design I've seen so far. I don't know who the Then guy is. Is that Blue Lock? Hell of base stealing. I could not get past the content wall for Blue Lock. Episode 1 was too toxic for my mental state at the time I saw it. Yes, Takumi is a racist. I mean a racer, I'm a racer. Does Lucifer like Bussy Yulin? I don't know, probably. He wins all the races. I liked Odin Star Racers. Drifts by you, stares in horror, gives thumbs up. Here's the thing. Takumi's dad is like trying to create like this ultimate racer in his son without him even knowing it. But he doesn't want his son to get a big head. So every now and then, when his son's coming back from the tofu delivery, his dad just like is out on the road to race him and whoops his ass to keep him humble. Just to remind him, don't ever think you're the best. Because you're far from the best. You're learning, baby. What the fuck is that? Shido, the guy who replaced Ichigo. I'm gonna assume these are Blue Lock characters. Reminds me of that Twitch clip. The thing Ordinary said reminds me of the Luigi death stare. It was the like Mario Kart 8 trailer. And Luigi like drifts by Mario. Or it's like showing Toad. And Toad gets hit by a green shell. And then Luigi just drifts by holding a green shell, just staring daggers at him. Who do you think you are? I am. Yeah. I don't know. Initial D, I haven't watched all of Initial D. Hi, Sappy. I haven't watched all of Initial D, but season 1, First Strike, is so good. It's so fucking good. I cannot recommend it enough. It used to be all on YouTube. I don't think it is anymore. I think you have to go kind of like looking for it now. I like the music. Euland, are you cold today? I'm not cold now that I'm walking. I was fucking freezing my nips off when I woke up. Not cute. Wrong. I can't believe Sappy would just come in here and tell lies. Mods, crush their balls. I never watched Initial D. I would watch First Strike. Yeah, I'm a racist and I'm gonna win. We already did the joke, Pixel. For anyone that doesn't get the racist joke, there is a Hungarian streamer, I think. And they're playing Trackmania, and somebody's like, "Streamer, are you a leftist or a centrist?" And he's like, "This is a Trackmania stream. I'm a racist." And chat's just going, "What? And he's like, "Racer, I'm a racer." Mods, crush his skull. No, not the skull. That's virtual. He's Norwegian. Okay. It's so funny. God, the clip is so fucking funny. Just the confidence in, I'm a racist. It's so good. Mods, crush his will to live. Fucking Mods, crush his balls. I just hear it in Aiko's voice every time. You were thinking of something different? Huh. Joke's on you, I don't have one. What the fuck? No! I'll give you a will to live, Sappy. What do you think about, like, hot wax during, like, sex and stuff? Like, having, like, hot candle wax poured on you. You said try the stuffed crust, Elon? Yeah, I like stuffed crust pizza. Try it. What sex? Okay. What do you... God damn it, Sappy. What do you think about just hot wax being poured on you, even if it's not during sex? I'm a racist and I'm gonna win. Better than being a socialist or a leftist? A racist? I'm a socialist. That's me. Stop saying mods, I'm the only one here. But it's so fun to say mods crushes balls. Why would you do that not during sex? I don't know, Shere Kwan. But Sappy just said, like, what's sex? I'm a Eulandist. What is a Eulandist? Is that somebody who likes Euland or hates Euland? I have a hand thing that is hot wax to repair the winter stuff. You're a femboyist. We all know you're a schizo. Yeah, Lost One, what are you talking about? No one said mods once during this stream. I hope work is going fast, Lost One. It's someone who likes sussy femboys but dislikes Moogles. Okay. Okay, that's fair. Yulin, you make my day better, stay alive. I don't have any plans of dying anytime soon. We're gonna go to the age of 57. They're going to be like, we're taking test subjects for android bodies. And I'm gonna be like, put me in one. Put me in one with the hydraulic pump penis. You better not. I'm actually surprised you didn't do a femboy religion in Poland. Here's the thing, Jan. I've done that so many times. I've done femboys. I've done femboy hooters. I've done femboy hooters applications. It's not a missed opportunity. I've just done it so much. I can't do the same religion every time. I need something new each time. In the Elite run on Wednesdays, I founded the religion Beefcake Furries. Name the religion Jock Itch. Oh no, that sounds awful. Next time spread racism and make everyone part of being a race. No! That's actually really funny though, blank. The next time I play with Elite, I might actually spread something like racism. Hewland has brought racism to your city. Hey yo, what the fuck? No, you don't. Doing the same thing every time is a theme. I'll have you know, Rock, I did do a different theme this time. I didn't do cake farts. I didn't do anything sexy. I was naming my cities after beans. Literally, Lima, Pinto, Green. I'm forgetting the other beans that I named. I was naming my cities after beans. And the AI fucking took that from me. We're talking about cake farts again? No, we're talking about Civ 6. You almost brought cake farts to your city. And do Germans too to top it off. No! I think next time we're going to be random civs. I did coffee beans. I did cocoa beans. What's a lima? A bean. It's a lima bean. What are we at? We're at exactly 3 miles. Hell yeah. I want a drink. It's Lima. Lima's probably correct. But in America, we say a lot of things stupid. Name one cashew and one peanut. Cashews and peanuts? Isn't Lima an actual city also, though? Maybe. I named it for the bean. His cities are beans and the religion is furries. He is a nation of furry parts? Oh my god. Both are beans? Legit, they are legumes? You're lying! You are lying to me! We have 3 more sections of this zone, which I think is more than a mile, so I do think we're going to need another video. Lima is the capital of Peru? Oh. All I want to do... My problem in Civ 6 is that I'm fucking awful at building cities. That's my problem. It feels like my cities are just always behind everybody. So I'll see like Elite with a city of 17 population. It feels like my biggest cities get around 12 or 13. That's what I really need to work on. Wait, what? What else did I do yesterday? So Zuvi and I played Elden Ring. The first 3 times I played Elden Ring, I was kind of just like, I guess I'm going to play Dexterity. Oh, actually, I'm going to play with a shield and be Strength. And so I had like 10 useless points in Dexterity, and it felt like I couldn't use any of the equipment I wanted to use. And I was like, man, this fucking blows. How do I respec? And people were like, you need to kill a boss to respec. Great. And so I was kind of toughing it out, but I was not having fun. It just felt like I was fucking weak and my build was trash. So with Arch 2 days ago, I made a new character and he rushed me through all the stuff to catch up to my first character. And yesterday I played with Zuvi, and holy shit, that early on doesn't matter. It kind of feels like it does blank. It feels like when you get a weapon and it's like, oh, I can't use this because I'm short so much strength, but I threw away the 10 early levels that only would cost like 5,000 runes, I feel like it's actually kind of important. In the grand scope of things, when you get to like level 200 or 250, whatever the max is, yeah, 10 levels doesn't mean shit. You're short in general, Yulin? Heck you. I thought you just meant damage. No, I'm specifically talking about like stat requirements. I put like 10 really early points in dexterity, and then I kind of transitioned to a shield build because it was like, I'm clearly fucking at dodging. I clearly fucking suck at dodging, so I should just block more. But like, I get this great shield, and it's like, you need 31 strength, and I'm like, that'll be a while. Cool. And so, I just felt like it was just really frustrating me. And so I made the second character. I went magic with this one. One thing I haven't really liked about magic is that I've been getting new spells, and they feel shitty. Literally, Glintstone Pebble just feels fucking great for bosses, and the Arc Wave feels really good for mobs. But, like, I've gotten 2 other spells so far. One of them is like this little just pew 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 laser. It's literally like I hold it down, it's a Gatling gun of like little spark bolts or whatever. And it just doesn't, it feels like Pebble just does more damage. Ah, that one's for poise breaking? Okay. I was wondering, I was like, why does this one just do fucking no damage? This sucks. The other one I got was in the Liurnia, I think it is. We went into this tower, and there was this archer guy, and he gave me a spell that you throw an orb up into the air, and then it just rains down bolts all over the place. And again, it's like, this is cool, but I feel like it'd just be better to use the wave thing for AoE. And so, the spells I've gotten, I'm just like, these don't feel good. That's more CC chip damage, I guess, but like, I don't know. Right now I can only have 2 spells, so I've got my single target spell and my AoE spell. I'm hoping I can get like a 3rd or 4th spell, so I can start adding these cooler looking spells. But the spells I've gotten are just, they fucking suck for this. A lot of the magic stuff is chip damage. I mean, chip damage sounds great for like a really big boss. I imagine Orb, where every single bolt is going to hit, would do more damage per point of mana than a Pebble would. But we just haven't fought that much stuff like that. You're a mage? Yeah, in Elden Ring I'm playing a caster. I'm going like full intelligence and mind. How far are you again? We're like level 45. Our levels feel a little inflated because we went to the Crystal Cave, the Celica Caves or whatever, and we just got 80,000 runes. Apparently a dragon just died near us, and it gave us experience. We ended up getting like a dragon heart thing, and it was like, why the fuck did that happen? A dragon just died near us. Okay. Yuland is acquire that knowledge. We've killed a few bosses. Were you in Caelid? It is in Caelid, but you get there through a chest of entrapment. The only like major boss we've killed is Margit. That's the only like one that's had a cutscene so far. Didn't you say you beat Godric? I did say I beat Godric, but that was 20 minutes into playing the game when we fought the soldier of Godric in the tutorial. That was intended to be a dumb joke of mine. We did not beat Godric. We haven't even seen Godric. That was okay, so we were going through the little tutorial section where it's like, hey, if you want to learn the mechanics, jump down this hole. And, while there, you fight Soldier of Godric. I was like, it's Godric! We gotta kill Godric! And Zuvi's like, that's not Godric. And we killed him, and I was like, yo, everybody, we just killed Godric! And instead of being like, there's no way you fucking killed Godric 20 minutes into the game, everybody was like, wow, congratulations! I was like, oh no. Welcome back, Zuvi. That was pretty fast. Rick is the hardest boss in the game. Saw a pretty fun video where the guy started with the class that makes the weakest mage and built it from there. Huh. It's 5 minutes away. So you just went there, got the water, and came back, and that was literally all you needed? I hate trips like that. That's a little annoying. You went to the grocery store earlier? Yeah. They didn't have the water your grandma likes. That's a little crazy to me. The idea of, oh, I'm not going to get this water, which tastes almost identical to all these other waters, so you have to go out of your way and go to the store to get more for me? That seems so inconsiderate to me, and I would never do that to somebody. Carrion Slicer when you find it? I do have a staff that is less intelligent scaling than my current one, but it has a passive to carry and stuff. Your grandma's 91. Yeah, I don't care. I still would never do that to people. That's wild to me, Zooey. I mean, from your position, yes, respect your elders. Your grandma's awesome, and you're going to do it. You still did it. But if it was like, oh, they don't have the water I like, I wouldn't be like, well, you're going to the store, buddy. I never buy a water bottle. You don't understand they are family. You do free things for them. I do free things for my family. Unless it's like a gift, I never impose a free thing on them. Like, I don't like expect free things from my parents. They do a lot of free things for me. Like when they're here, every Sunday we have a nice dinner. They typically buy a whole fucking steak for me. And I greatly appreciate that. But if they were like, we didn't get dinner this week, I'd be like, all right, cool. There's water at home. I also kind of agree with that. Would have been like, look here, old fuck, drink the water. No, you can't be like that. Your grandma pays all your groceries. I get that. And maybe she super appreciates it. Maybe she was like, hey, Zuvi, they didn't have the water I like. Can I bother you to go to the store and get the water I do like? Thanks, it really means a lot to me. Right? But I don't know. If I knew somebody had to go to the store again to get the flavor water I wanted, I'd be like, no, that's ridiculous. I'll just get the other water. Oh, no, it's not like that. Yeah, the idea of somebody going and doing something extra just for, like, my little itty-bitty taste, I'm just like, oh, I'd feel guilty for that. I wouldn't like that. I don't like people doing stuff for me. I need a drink. You know, now that I think about it, since I just had a drink, I don't really like that water. Zuby, can you go to the store? I got an egg bacon bread roll at the baker, so it's okay. That sounds good, actually. That sounds nice as shit. Oh. Do we Elden Ring today, Zuby? Do you have time? I would be okay with that if I was still dressed and if it isn't far. If anyone did that to me. I would get them water called. If Koyo allows it, I wanted to join him in VC. Okay. We'll check with Aiko first then. La Toilette. That's a weird way to spell LaCroix. Hey. I think people actually like LaCroix. I don't know, I've never had it. Thick water. God, thick water looks so gross to me. It looks so gross. I just open up the lid of the toilet and fill from there. No! You can't do that. I think that's actually a crime, Blank. LaCroix is the fruit farted on water a bit. So, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I don't know. If my parents did that with me, anytime they like, hey, we forgot something at the store, can you get this? Typically, my mom will ask my dad to go get it. But he's usually out and about anyway. Take that back. That shit is gross. I don't know. I've never had it. What's a crime? Carolyn medium oxidized water is what she wants. Oh. I think it's a crime to, like, serve people toilet water. I'm pretty sure you cannot do that. With my parents, if my mom goes to the store and she forgets something, she'll ask my dad to get it on the way home, but typically he'll be out. Like, he'll have gone and played tennis that day. If I'm going to the store, then sometimes they're like, hey, can you get this for us? We'll pay you back. And I'll be like, yeah, okay. And I never let them pay me back. They'll be like, hey, can you get butter for us? I'm like, you're not going to fucking pay me $3 for this. It's butter. We're family. Also, check the vid I send you later. I had a great idea, Zuby. All the videos you send me, I add them to my watch later list, and then I watch them in SciTube with Core later. The British are at fault for us Europeans being into bottled water. Shocker. It's the British again. But it tastes good? No, it does not taste good. Ordinary Rock, do you have VR? I can't remember. Because if so, you should get in VR and walk with me. Do it, you don't speak for yourself. What are we at? 3.7? There's actually... We would need like 32 minutes of video left. There's no way we're at that, right? Oh my god. We're gonna finish with this video. Yeah, go get VR, smile. Oh, god damn it. Heck. I pressed a button I wasn't supposed to. I give up. I mean, at least most people I know do. Back in Portugal, we had a few natural sources for water. It was nice. Till they got polluted. All IRL. Wait, let me ask Leafeons. What are you asking, Leafeons? Wait, hold on. Most people you know get bottled water? What the fuck? That's stupid. There's literally water home free. Why buy a water bottle? Bro, companies put shit in bottled water to make you more thirst, to sell more water? Yeah. We be talking to rich people here? Well, here's the thing. Bottled water isn't super expensive, and it might be tough to afford a Brita filter. If a Brita filter is like $50 or $60 and bottled water is like $3 to $5, in the long run, the Brita filter will save you a shit ton of money. But if you are paycheck to paycheck and you're like, how much money do I got this week? $10? I guess I'm buying water. Just boil tap water in a kettle. I agree. If you're at that point where it's like, I have $10 for the next 3 days, boil fucking tap water. I mean, it's 7 cents plus deposit for the cheap water I use. To me, it's just like, you have to go somewhere, though. To me, it's just so easy. Like, I have this Brita filter. I literally just fill it, and then I pour it in. Once it, like, filters through, pour it in my water bottle. You're going to the grocery store anyway? Alright, what about pollution, Zuby? How about that? Oh, you live in Germany, so you probably, like, get some money back for recycling it. Fuck, I don't know. Hi, honey. Oh, we don't? We throw them away? What the fuck, Zuby? You're super okay with wasting a cake that's biodegradable, but you'll throw away water bottles? What the fuck? Oh. No, Zuby. I said you probably recycle them, and you said we don't, we throw them away. Or, oh, we don't throw them away. Okay. I did read wrong. Shit, that's on me. That's on me. We don't throw them away, we return them to the grocery store. Okay. Shit! England is hard. Native English speaker over here, give me flack. Look, I saw the, oh, no, we don't. And I was like, you don't even recycle them? What the fuck? I buy a Brita filter. Or bought a Brita filter years ago. And its filters need to replace now and then. It has a little sensor in it that's like, hey, this is still filtering good. And then once that filter starts going really slow, it'll tell me like, hey, this isn't filtering as good anymore. Buy a new filter. And the filters cost like $12. And you buy like a set of 2 or 3, and those will last you like 2 years. Left out the don't part. The Westerner double negatives are dumb. Yeah. Yeah, so we have a 25-cent deposit on every bottle. I would throw away like 4 times the price of the water per bottle. Okay, if they're recycling, I guess. It's still a weird system to me because it's just so easy to like have a filter. But I can't see the waste if you've got the water bottles that you can return to the store to be reused. I don't know. It's such a thing that like our recycling here in the US is shit. Something like 90% of our recycled waste just doesn't get recycled and ends up in a landfill anyway. And so with water bottles, it's like, it just seems so wasteful. Sudden sky change? Snap? Oh, I was early. I was 2 seconds early, damn. But I was close. Oh, you don't have to do that trip and drink tap water instead? But they're doing the trip anyway, Jan. They do it when they go to the grocery store, which they're going there anyway. They are not reused. Using recycled plastic for food products would be illegal. I'm not saying they're reused for food. I'm saying the plastic is not wasted and they reuse it. Maybe not for food, but it's not just ending up in a landfill. I saw a pic of like a divider for recycle and trash. And then you open it, it's just the same bin. Yeah, that's pretty common in the US. So I pay like $25 per year for bottled water. That's more than I pay for water. And it personally tastes better to me than tap water. So, all water tastes bad to me. However, water tastes fucking great when I'm walking. Like right now, if I take a drink, I'm like, oh, that hits the spot. That being said, the taste of water is like a 4 of 10. The taste of water while walking is a 7, and any milk is like a 10 of 10. We usually burn plastic that's not recycled. You burn plastic? That's really bad, Ramus. You're not supposed to burn plastic. I just returned the bottles. Okay, Ramus, when you say you burn plastic, is that like your family just burns it in a fire pit outside, or are you saying the system as a whole, if they cannot reuse that plastic, they incinerate it? My duty is done afterwards. Me, when a place uses plastic bags to pick up recycling, but then says no bags can be put in the recycling dumpster? They are incinerated in power plants. Okay, Ramus, I thought you were saying just like your family just burns plastic bottles and other plastics in the backyard. Okay, it's fine on a large scale to incinerate plastics like that. It will emit a shit ton of CO2 emissions, but they have filters to catch that. And so I thought you were just like, yeah, we just burn it in the backyard. I was like, what the fuck? German. That's all German. Mods, crushes balls, English only in chat. I mean, to me, buying water bottles is stupid, especially how the way things are going. But Jan, there's no waste. For Zuvi, it tastes better. It's cheap. Like, it's literally $25 a year, and it tastes better than tap water. And he recycles all of them. Yeah, das Frankfurt. Zuvi once kicked me for speaking Spanish. It would be fair. Since I work in energy production, I also know some guys who work in the local waste incineration plant. I don't know you worked in energy production. After the PET bottles are returned, the deposit machine presses them together inside. They are now more transportable. So off to the recycling plant. There the bottles are sorted by color, washed, melted, and processed into recyclates, so-called regranulate. Yeah. High prices, low paycheck. They say the plastic waste is the best fuel they have. Oh. Treadmill's gonna shut down any second. 3, 2, 1. Dee. That was early. I took a guess. The fuck they mean best fuel? Oh my god, I was actually really close. That was so fucking close. Best fuel, do they clean the coal? Koyo said everything should go that's not English or Polish. I'm doing my duty. You know Koyo is kidding when he says that, because he included Polish. Why would you fucking keep Polish? So it's about like, hi fishy, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's about like efficiency, right? So like if you have, let's say 100 grams of fuel you got from one type, maybe that doesn't give the same yield as 100 grams from the plastics, or maybe it's an issue of like the plastics just generate more fuel. From the same weight of things, the plastics generate 100 grams, and the other waste generates like 50 grams. He doesn't like it when he doesn't know what it says. The issue, Zuvi, is that if somebody comes in and starts speaking a different language, you don't know if they're saying like some really racist stuff, right? And you don't want to be like somebody says the most racist thing in, I don't know, Japanese, and you're just like, haha, yeah, man, that's super cool. Like, you need to know what people are saying. Now, with what you did, it's fucking you. So, like, I'd like you to not post German so that I can communicate with you, but I trust you to, like, never put some really horrible racist shit in my chat. The thing is, like, if somebody who, like, they're a first-time chatter and they start speaking in a different language, that's when it's like, I don't know what they're saying, and they're not somebody that I have a history of trust with. But I'm a racer. So what you're saying is, if I hear Poland, it's a joke. I don't know with Aiko. Hi, Louie. Sometimes it's like, oh, he really likes Poland, and sometimes he's like, Poland is so dumb. I actually don't know what Poland is like at all from all my interactions with Aiko. You gotta get the good beans that understand it, so you know nobody is talking crap, or you just put in your rules, talk in this language. One thing I can guarantee, Poland is a country. Not if I have anything to say about it, Brown. Declare World War III. Unless... Poland, not again. I blew up Malaysia. What is that? I literally just saw that last night. That was that in the meme channel, or did I just see that randomly on YouTube? Poland is making sure they aren't getting run over in World War III. Spending a lot in military right now? Oh. God, I really want to do well in Civ 6 with Poland. I was reading through all the leaders, and I was like, oh, Poland has a really cool one that I like. I want to focus on that. And, I'm fucking struggling getting it working. Let Poland breathe. Proceeds to just get rolled. Nothing will beat Civ 5 Poland. Hacking S-tier Civ. Did they have the same leader? Was Jadwiga their leader in Civ 5 also? I want Civ 7 so badly. No? Oh. I'm pretty sure Jadwiga's the only well, no, there might be one other. I forget him, though. I'd have to look. Red Alert's leaders were funny. I really want to have a game in Civ 6 where I'm playing Poland and I'm focusing religion and I get Mont Saint-Michel, which gives all of your apostles the martyr trait, which turns you into a massive threat religion-wise and culture-wise. Hi, Sarahs. Casimir the Third, the Great. I see. Still annoyed by the way they butchered. I'm gonna say Zhao, but I have no idea in the Portugal trailer. Man, Portugal seems like such a weird nation in Civ 6 because it doesn't seem like they want to do anything except make trade routes on the ocean and like literally roll in gold. They get so much money. Because that is what Portugal did IRL. You said Zhao? I have no idea how to say it. Are you on the right mic? Walk is going great.
Wait. The walkies are great? That's good.
Yeah. We are at...
I'm just,
4.4.
Yo, Poggies? Oh, did I just delete? No! Okay, thank God it's in a different tab. Thank God.
Don't talk smack about what I'm doing in Civ. Go ahead.
I was, like, worried that I closed, the fucking tail I'm gonna get. For my avatar. Again, because I accidentally closed that shit.
I am not talking smack about what you're doing in Civ, Ordinary Rock. I'm actually very grateful that you have been funding my war against Sweden. I'm just saying they seem like a weird Civ to play. The Portuguese way.
I played the, like, is it, wait, which Civ?
Civ 6.
Isn't there Australians? Isn't Australians one of them?
There are Australians in Civ 6.
Oh, fuck yeah, I'd play that shit.
Play it, it's probably on Super Sale. They announced Civ 7, and so, like, everything Civ games went on, like, mega sale. And getting asked to get that gold returned back.
Coming out? Like,
yes.
Okay, do you know what I want them to do?
What do you want
them to do?
What?
I want them to do Civilization Beyond Earth 2.
Elaborate.
You know what Civilization Beyond Earth is?
No.
It is the space version of Civilization. It's basically like you're starting a new colony on a new planet. Instead of, like, in history.
Oh.
Let me find it.
That sounds neat.
Hey. Nation.
You got the perfect start.
I never actually, like, full...
I didn't get the perfect start. We all know how my start went.
Yeah, Civilization, Beyond Earth.
Getting sleepy,
like,
Blank.
Also, like, one of the things is that you can make it so your civilization goes down, like, 3 different paths of technological advancement. Like, you can either go, like, fully industrial. You can try and do, like, one with nature. And then I think you can also do, like, bioengineering. That's not for the... Let me see.
Rock, I am going to annihilate you. Hug. Oh my god. The thing is, Yulin, we got the money, but sometimes we aren't very smart with it. I don't know about that one. The character I have had the most success with is Dido, who has a very similar playstyle with Portugal, where you just have a shit ton of trade routes going, and you make a shit ton of money, because in each one you put a Koth on, which makes money. You stole my wonder, it's only fitting.
I was watching a couple, like, Hololive had a tournament of, like, a bunch of YouTubers playing fucking Age of Empires. And like, one of them just was, like, spamming the elephant.
Oh my god.
Like all they sent out was like elephants, and they won. And it was like how Fauna turned Age of Empires into Attack on Titan,
Huh. It was always mine.
which I found mega funny.
And that's most times modern day. Oh no. Keep digging, Juice.
Have you looked at,
I just want to
the
survive.
new Dune game?
Nope.
Dune Spice Wars?
I know they're like making an MMO or something. I've watched like one or two trailers for it, but
I'm talking about Dune Spice Wars, which
I've
is
never even heard of
a
that.
strategy game.
I'm very new to strategy games. Literally the only one I've played is Civ 6, and I think Zuby, you're in chat, right? What's the Warhammer we played? Or was it Total War?
I love the art style. Like the art style for this game looks so good. It is a lot to take in. And I kind of like I bought it and then I refunded it because I wasn't really like I want to play with people. Like that's a game like I want to play with people.
Right.
Like strategy games, like especially strategy games, are so much more fun when you're playing against other people that you know. And you're like in a call with them.
What are you doing with your balls? Civ 6 has been a game that I very much enjoy playing solo and just chill out. But I do very much enjoy it with friends. We're like, because I just want to found a religion, give it a crazy name, and then send that around the world. And so I like it when people are like,
Yeah.
oh no, Yulin's bringing a religion. Crabs? You're giving me crabs? What the fuck?
Lol. Mega funny.
What are we at? 4.7? We're more than going to
Like,
be at 5 by the end.
Strategy games. It was kind of the exact opposite for me. Like strategy games were like one of the first kind of games I got into. I played Civ when I was in Galactic Civilization when I was a kid. I loved those games. But like as I got older, it became a lot easier for me to just fall asleep playing them. So I just stopped playing them.
I'll proceed to eat that crab and feed it to my people.
Shooters and shit.
Jan, these are crabs you don't want to eat.
I wish I had more of a patience for playing something that wasn't as action oriented. Like, but it sucks. I don't know how I feel about the fucking Dune MMO coming out. Survival MMO, because like the whole shtick is that it's like melee combat 90% of the time. Yet in the fucking thing they sent out, in the trailers for this new Dune game, there are guns.
How do we know that its whole stick is melee 90% of the time?
So essentially how their shields work, like they have these most soldiers have these personal shields on them. And the whole point of the shield is that it blocks fast moving projectiles. So bullets are practically useless.
I don't know if I entirely agree with that, but because it would just be it would just be a thing of like,
there are
if you're playing safe at range, you have to do more damage to get through it. But like if you're playing range and somebody's just running at you with a beat stick, kiting exists.
Well, like the thing is that like the only way that like majority of like the reason that like melee combat it works is because it's slow enough to be able to break through the shield and actually damage the person. And like, it's not to say like large arms fire won't kill a person still. Like, you could have a gun with a 50 cal and that maybe will get through. But if it's like a regular gun, like a rifle, that won't do shit.
Won't it just break the shield after enough damage?
They could do that.
It would be insane to me for them not to do that. It would be insane for them to just cut out an entire playstyle of the game. Because it's like, we've got these shields that lore-wise don't run out. So, if you use pistols and stuff against, like, bugs, great, but you're going to be shit PvP. That sounds like the worst game design I've ever heard of.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, the thing is that, like, I'm just thinking about it because of lore-wise. But, like, there are some guns in Dune, but it's just like, Dune guns.
Annoying crabs aren't annoying the moment they're dead.
Typical guns.
Jan.
Weapons.
The crabs I'm talking about, Jan, are an STD.
Well, also you have to put into the fact of like, so, also in Dune there was a pretty much like a Skynet uprising. Alexa, dismiss. And because of that Skynet uprising, pretty much like humanity has outlawed any like complex computers are not a thing. A majority of travel between stars is they would actually like modify humans to be able to perform the tasks of computers. So like, and like I'm looking here and like a majority of like the guns, cell gun.
That's the idea, Jan.
For the robots.
That's why when my apostles and missionaries come to your borders, spreading the great word of crabs, you're like, oh God, please no. Yeah, I don't know much about Dune. It sounds like from the lore it'd be really hard to balance as an MMO, which is why when they make an MMO, there's going to be things that just get cut from the lore, that don't do. I can tell you right now with those shields that block bullets and whatnot, those are either not going to be a thing in the game, or they're going to have a limit where they break.
I think the latter seems like the most likely option. Because it's literally, that would literally just be the Halo shield.
Yes.
Mechanic. Pretty much.
And so, unless a dev has like specifically stated in a dev stream or something like, we want the game to be 90% melee, but you've got some guns for like certain niche situations. Unless that has happened to say this game is going to be 90% melee, I just feel like you can't make that claim.
Yeah, I get you. I get it.
Get those crabs out of here, then. That's why it's so funny, Jan. That's why when you start spreading crabs around the world, everyone's like, oh, no. And then the next round you do it again with, like, super crabs, and it's like, stop. Should you get permission to send people to convert people from other countries? Some countries will tell you not to. They'll be like, hey, stop sending your missionaries and apostles to me. And you're just like, hey, I can't stop them. They do what they gonna do. You're spreading them around the world then? That's the hope, Hunt. I want to spread them to everybody. Don't you know those crabs as chatos? Or it's not a common name for them. I expect a war coming if I did that. I really want to do what Blank suggested and name my next religion racism. That sounds so fucked up. We're there. We're at 5 miles. And we've got like 4 minutes left.
Yo, let's go. Patiently waiting to leave to go to the airport.
Lovely. Where are you going? Or are you just picking or dropping somebody off?
I have to go to Minnesota for a day.
A day? That's a short trip.
Yeah. Well, it was very short notice.
Hmm.
And yeah. I won't go into it.
Yeah. I won't.
I
won't press.
It's like I'll tell you in DMs, but like that's
Sure. Chatos are someone that's annoying. Crabs are caranguejos to me.
Damn right. Ratchet and Clank is finally on Steam.
Hell yeah. I remember Full Metal was excited about that. Lost One might also be excited about that. I don't know. Hearing someone say Portuguese words is funny. I'm certain that I butchered them and said them horribly, horribly wrong. Well, I guess then it was only my mom who called them that way. One thing that I picked up from my parents that I was like, that's weird now that I've grown up. My parents used to call flip-flops thongs, and they probably still do. And now I'm like, this is weird to call them thongs. I don't like calling them thongs. I beat it when it came out.
I call them thongs.
Hi, Euland and bye, Euland, going to bed. So Kim and I just binged Recreators for 8 hours. Hell yeah, Foss. Hi, bye, sleep well. Enjoy your 2 hours of veg. Nah, not too bad. It's just funny because 90% of the time people try to make them sound Spanish. You mean flongs? What the fuck are flongs? Is that flip-flop and thongs? No. They're flip-flops because they flip-flop on your feet. But my mom was like, oh, go put your thongs on. I was like, okay, Mom. And then I put them on and now I'm like, you know, I grew up and I was just like, oh, why did she call them that? My what? Flipping thongs. Oh my god. That'd be really funny for like a whole like Fansly or Chatterbait thing. Is like have a poll of what outfit do you want to see, and one of them just says thong, and then like you actually do make that content, and it's just you in a single flip flop. 5.2. Can I pause here? Nope. I paused it earlier, but I can't pause it now.
Bro, Raggy?
Damn, we had Silver Moon. I grab this, I grab this. I put the music back on.
Walk walkies?
No, we're done with the walkies. We do need to do 20
Let's
squats,
go.
though.
Do the squat. Do the squat.
I'm going to update the title before I forget it. Day 107 of walking.
Holy guacamole.
2 miles. And now we rest. Cool.
Doggy.
One. Oh, my knee popped. Whoa.
You
2.
do. 2.
3.
3.
4.
4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Halfway there. 11.
Your short one.
12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. What do you mean it was a short one?
It was delayed, so like I was saying 7 as I went down, and then you were saying as I came up, but by then I was saying 8. So in my head, I'm like saying 8 and hearing 7. Pregananant. I liked Rift Apart, it was fun.
Brigante.
Invite plus. Drop portal. Hi, Andy. But why? Because they want to be. Oh my god, that's loud rained. Oh. Nope, wrong face. You good there?
I'm good. I'm good.
Huh? We did the squats. We updated the title. We didn't change our trackers. Look away.
Why didn't you? What the fuck are you doing?
My trackers have to be on backwards. Because on the treadmill...
Wait, how many fucking base stations do you have?
2.
Bro,
I know.
didn't they stop tracking? The fuck?
I know. I am aware. They should not be losing tracking there. But there's a bunch of, like, parts of the treadmill in the front that block the view of them. There's, like, the console of the treadmill. So I get better tracking if I turn them around when walking.
Where are your base stations?
My 2 corners, up on the ceiling. Where's my pillow? Here it is. Oh no! Wait, what the fuck? I'm on the pig. You guys can't even see it, but... Alright, small problem. I don't have a play space mover right now. I'm going on the... whatever. I'll just be fucking floating here.
Alright. Floating.
Yeah. I have the new Steam VR update. And OVR Toolkit hasn't updated or something. Yulin is just doing some good bone cracking. 5.2 miles. That's good. I'm happy with 5.2. Do I have your life up? That's 764 calories. Hell yeah. What are my plans for today? Elden Ring would be fun, but I think Zuvi is going to join Aiko in VR. I might also join him. That might have been why your height kept changing yesterday.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Do you have a play space mover, Juice? Because if you don't, you fucking need one. Having a play space mover is so nice. Man, I'm sad I lost the ability to crack my knuckles. You what? How do you lose that? That's the easy one. What the fuck? That sucks. You can only do elbows now? I don't even know if you're supposed to crack those. I mean, I guess it's fine, but... Hit your hands with a hammer. That's what worked on my TV. Just hit them until it works. Don't actually hit them with a hammer. Elbows are the only ones I can't. Hi, Kisu. I can crack my knuckles. Sometimes I can crack my toes. I used to have a really loud neck crack. I used to walk into my chemistry lab and just be like, and my lab partner was just like, oh, I fucking hate when you do that. I was like, I'm sorry, I'll try to do it before I get in here. But it feels fucking great to me. And then there was one time where I just went, oh, it's not cracking. And it was super loud. Like 3 people turned their heads to look at me, and I went, that kind of hurt, and I have not been able to really crack my neck since. Unless I have like a kink in my neck, and then I can crack it, but just that once. Hi, Shinkozen. I mean, I could do it, but now I can't.
So, like, I'm going through a Twitter right now, and I just watched a video of a baby goat getting
eaten by a Komodo dragon?
Absolutely,
Yup, that's the one. Just literally body and soul, he's fucking gone.
Literally, okay. I'm watching this. He still, the fucking goat is still screaming.
Alright. Like, don't go too graphic with it. But yes, I have seen it, and it's just like, oh, that shit sucks. 5.2 miles, good job. You need a pat emote? I do. Cracking neck sounds risky. The next crack can be your last one. So with cracking your neck, always crack by tilting. So if you tilt your neck, you're gonna be fine. Don't ever twist your neck. Twisting is how you break arteries and actually get killed. My toes don't pop per se, it's more like they grind. I can crack my neck, but I don't use my hands. I just put my arms forward and close my fists and twist it fast, and sometimes it cracks. I do it mostly when I stretch. Yeah, never twist your neck to crack it. Always just tilt. If you can't crack it by tilting, don't try any more than that. Even if your neck feels really bad, just fucking... If you can't fix it by cracking, the best thing you can do is roll it. So if you do like head rolls like this, Can't really go all the way back because of my pillow. If you do that like 3 times in each direction and just regularly do that when your neck feels bad, that will help a ton. I can pop my knuckles, knees, wrists, elbows, neck, and toes. I can crack all of 10 of my fingers really easily. I can crack my toes sometimes.
Cracking bones. Oh, cracking joints is actually so satisfying.
I know. I try not to do it on stream.
Oh, look at...
One person told me, like, they don't like hearing it, so I'm like, oh, okay, I'll try not to do it, but as soon as stream ends, I'm just like, I'm not adventure enough for neck, it's fine.
Euland?
Yeah?
Look what I messaged you.
Let's see. Huh. I see. Good luck with that. Cracking is gross unless I'm the one getting cracked. Oh yeah, I can also pop my back pretty consistently.
I saw a video of like this, like it's like a cross sign bar thing that someone would have, and they would like wrap their arms around it while it's like on their back. And then they would use it to crack their back. But like when they cracked their back, it was loud. That shit was not like subtle.
I was in a geography class in high school, and I'm in like the second row, and I sit down, and the hot girl of the school, I guess of the class, she sat right in front of me, and she sits down, and she just fucking grabbed the sides of the desk, and she just twisted. And her entire fucking spine just cracked like a fucking rippling wave. And it was just... And it was just like, oh my god, what the fuck? That was cool! I had someone who was training in chiropractic stuff try. They couldn't get it. Oh. I mean, so cracking your joint specifically is like releasing, I want to say it's nitrogen in your blood that forms like in little bubbles in the joint. So it's really not like the biggest thing to crack. It just sounds like if you can't crack a joint, you're not really forming those bubbles in the joint. So it's probably not the worst thing if you can't crack something. Today's plans. Might try and join Aiko in a bit. He goes live in 30, unless it's Monday. Maybe Elden Ring with Zuby, but probably not. What I should do is send Shin Avatar stuff. Because there's just a little thing here and there with like the shirt, or like 1 or 2 last requests that I have that I'm like, can I get this? It's Monday? No, don't say that, Ordinary. And then, yeah, I was meaning to finish yours. I still need pee-pee. I still need nipples. I literally don't have any. I want the old pair of shorts I had. I kind of want them on this avatar also, so that I can switch between these shorts and the other shorts. Oh, it's BlizzCon in 30 minutes? Oh, shit. I don't need to watch BlizzCon.
What?
BlizzCon. I don't need to watch it.
Ew.
I can just see a recap.
Ew.
No, I want to see the stuff they're releasing.
Like what?
Well, they're going to talk about Diablo seasons. They're going to possibly show the next expansion for WoW.
WoW seems like the only thing that would be semi-okay.
They could come out of left field with something StarCraft. Oh, Yulin literally has nothing down there. The model. Yeah, I'm fucking Kendall.
It's like when it comes to Activision Blizzard, it just feels like a shadow of its former self.
I mean, that's just every company, though. I will insert Kakasun.
Really?
I mean, look at what Bungie's going through right now.
Bungie and, well, I would say Bungie and, I don't disagree that there are some companies that are like that. I would say short list would be Respawn, Blizzard, Activision, Blizzard, and Bungie.
What about Nintendo?
Nintendo, I don't.
We all thought Nintendo.
Is it wrong? I don't give a shit about Nintendo.
Yes. Yes, it means you had no
really
childhood. Nintendo was so cool as a kid.
Nintendo was my childhood. I fucking loved my Wii. I would play that thing nonstop.
But now,
I have a Switch. I never play my Switch. I never play that thing.
I guess what I'm saying is it's less about the companies and more like we grew up and companies have always been this shitty, and it's just easier to see it now that we're older and social media is so easy to share information. I feel like it's just every company. Compared to the wonderment and fantasy we had as kids, every company is just shitty.
I totally forgot that fucking Activision Blizzard just got bought by Microsoft.
Yep.
I totally forgot about that. But in my thought process, I honestly think that's for the better because fuck Bobby Kotick.
I mean,
that bitch ass hoe.
The thing I keep saying is nowhere to go but up. But they could absolutely make it worse. Nintendo just doing its own thing. I don't use my Switch as much either, though I really only have Animal Crossing and Pokemon games for it. With the Switch, it's I like having it, and it's definitely if I go traveling, if I had to fly somewhere, I'm taking my Switch. And anytime a game comes out, if a Tales game comes out for consoles and not PC, if I can get it on the Switch, I will. I like having the Switch. I don't need to play it on a regular basis. Never had one in my life.
Wish they had I kind of wish they had a competitor to some of the I get there's just the Switch was a smart decision, honestly.
In
terms of because it's it's a handheld but it's also a console. So it's just it's smart. It's just there aren't that many games on it that I'm gonna play over stuff I already have on my PC.
Yeah.
It's fuck. Get it. It's just when it comes to fucking Nintendo, I would care more about their games if I more, but and don't get me wrong, they give me they're fond games fucking Tears of the Kingdom. Fucking solid ass game.
That was the last time I played my Switch. That was a good time.
Dude, I fucking God.
The amount of accessories they can sell, 1,200 IQ business decision. Yeah.
You know you have a problem when the first, when you call your horse husband.
You know, that's on brand for you. On the upper hand, it's only console I have. I don't plan to buy any other console. Yeah.
I'm all the way going I don't think I'll go back to fucking console.
I will probably buy a Switch too.
The only time I would ever consider getting a console is if I had kids. That is the only time I would consider getting a console, because I'd have my gaming PC for me.
Yep.
And then for my kids, I'd have a console. Because then they can, like... I can put parental controls on it, and I can... It's easier for me to keep an eye on what they're doing. Because any reasonable adult nowadays should keep an eye on their kids, what they're doing on the internet.
I mean, yes, but it's hard.
Especially, like, it's harder if you give them their own computer.
I mean, so, okay, if you have a family computer, it's easier, right? But also, there's a lot of parents that they struggle with computers. My mom wouldn't be able to have parental controls on any of my stuff. She's fucking stupid as rock when it comes to technology.
Our generation would be more of the generation to actually be able to take care of our, like, actually fully like look after our kids on the internet.
See,
and shit.
You say that, but our parents said the exact same thing. Our parents had things that their parents didn't have, and their parents struggled to keep up with them. And technology is absolutely going to keep improving and making stuff more accessible, and it's going to be hard for us to keep up when we have kids. There's going to be stuff now. There's stuff now that, like, we would look at that and be like, oh shit, this is a lot for me to take in, and I don't get it. And our kids are just going to be like, oh my god, you're so old, you're such a boomer. There's a line in The Simpsons where Homer's dad is like, I used to have it, and I don't have it anymore, and I lost it, and the same thing will happen to you, and I don't know what it is anymore, but it's going to happen to you. It's going to happen to us.
I definitely... I get that, but, like, I think there's a difference between having no computer and having a computer when you're growing up.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, being able to understand technology. Because, like, we have basic troubleshooting skills, which our parents don't have.
I don't know if I entirely agree with that.
Don't get me wrong. There's still a fuck ton of idiots in the world. But if you're just a little bit computer savvy and you keep up to date with the technology that's coming up, you should be able to take care of should be able to keep on top of it. And, like, generally speaking, and, like, obviously there are things that you're not going to be able to control, and, like, that's the nature of things. There's going to be things that are out of your control, but, like, you get what I mean.
I do, but I feel like you're focusing on computers where there's just a lot of things. So, like, one example is, an entire generation grew up without having cars, and then suddenly it became common for kids younger and younger to have cars. So, like, people might have gotten cars when they were, like, 25 to 30, and then suddenly it became common for, like, 18-year-olds to be driving. And there were probably people that were like, whoa, we should not be letting our kids drive. They're going to go out and, get in dangerous situations. They're not ready to have a car yet. And that was because they didn't have a car at that age. They were still learning cars themselves, maybe. And, like, it's just, there's going to be generational shifts like that where it's just, this is something this generation has and is very common for them. And the generation before that is just like, we didn't do that. We didn't do that, and I don't understand it. And the only way I can keep up with this is trying to learn it through you to try and be ahead of you. Like, it's something that every generation of parents is going to have to deal with. And computers is a difficult one. Computers is, like, I think that's the most egregious, like, that is a very complex and overwhelming thing for a parent to learn. And for their kids, for a lot of them, it's just natural, and they're growing up with it. So it's, like, easy for them. I was about to mention my mom. She does not get computers at all. She would routinely like come to my room and be like, "Hey, Yulin, I need your help. Something's wrong with the computer. It's being weird." And I would go over there. She just clicked on a fucking ad. She literally just gone through Facebook, clicked on an ad, and couldn't hit the back button because it was one of those ads that doesn't let you back. It keeps refreshing itself. And so you would just Control-Alt-Delete it.
That's so dumb.
Open up Google, or open up Chrome again, be like, "There you go, you're good." And she'd be like, "Okay, thank you. It must have been a real bad virus." And I was like, "No, it wasn't. You just clicked on an ad." "I didn't click on an ad." "Well, we got here, Mom, didn't we?" So
You did.
you had to have. There's just going to be things like that between generations. And for us and our parents, it's computers. A lot of our parents are good with computers. My dad's pretty good with a computer. My mom, not so much.
Yeah,
but
so's mine.
there's just going to be things like that.
Yeah. I concur. I concur with that.
Mm-hmm.
We still don't know what ours is gonna be though. I'm wondering what that will be.
Takeru. Hi.
I guess, well, actually, I kind of think I already do know.
Mm-hmm.
AI.
Yeah. AI is not
Because,
something
like-
I want to dip my fingers in at all.
Well, like, okay, like, I just play around with ChatGPT sometimes. I play around with it. But, like, people doing, like, the AI voices and whatnot, like, I would like to do, like, the AI voice thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'd be able to sound like how I would like to sound.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the first thing about that. Like, where do the fuck do they fucking do this? Do they do it on voice mod and shit? How do they fucking do it? Or is it like another program?
I know two people that you could ask.
Scammed.
I know two streamers
I know
to do
one
it. But...
I know one. There's like one streamer I'm gonna ask about it, but because they have been working on theirs.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, one of my friends does a voice AI thing, and they're Scottish, and so it's you can hear that it's a voice AI, but it has a Scottish accent because it's trained on them, and it's so weird to hear a voice thing in Scottish. It's like that's not supposed to work. That's black magic fuckery right there. Hearing a like text-to-speech thing in Scottish accent is like, whoa, hold on. Is this even allowed? Yeah, no, AI. That's probably what it's going to be, that our generation just fucking struggles with, and the next generation just grows up with and understands. And there's going to be a lot of people from our generation that are like, whoa, AI is very overwhelming, it's intimidating, I don't want to learn it, I don't want to deal with it. And then there's going to be a lot of them that are just going to be like,
our generation?
AI just solves all the problems, right? We can just do this with AI, and it's like, well, no, hold on.
No, the thing is that with AI, and I think this is going to be for our this is going to be how our generation sees it, is it's a lot of scams, and it's used by scammers. And because we grew up in that, are growing up in this age where it's like, it's a lot of crypto people, like scammers and shit. But it's becoming more and more legitimate. Like more and more people are legitimately using AI. And that's a huge moral debacle too, because like, for instance, like, I don't know if you know about the finals game that's doing a beta right now. The voice announcers for that game are AI generated. And so there's no actual voice, and I kind of realized that because like while listening to voices on it, and once you realize it's AI, you can tell. Because like I don't know what it is about AI voices that like what it is about them, but they're just off. There's just a part of it that's off. And like scammers are also getting better with AI to the point of like they can like use AI voice generators to copy like your relatives if they or people they listen to for a long enough time. So don't even answer the scam calls, or if it's any call that you don't know, do not answer it, because they're literally just gonna probably take your voice.
Yeah.
And so like if you don't know the call, if you like always like keep your contacts, like name them so then you know who it is that's calling you. Don't answer any call that isn't like any of that.
You're joining Aiko today? Okay, Zuvi.
But
Yeah.
It's like rather wild because like also like the kids nowadays they're growing up with it, but they're going to be growing up with it in a different way than us, because we're adults now and we're getting scammed by it. They're likely going to be just playing around with it as kids and not be like scammers and shit. But it's also scary because the people who are going to be the scammers for the next generation are going to be even better.
Yeah.
But like it's going to be one of those situations of extreme paranoia, because you're not going to be able to know who's like, you're not like, phone calls are probably going to be like obsolete. Like I feel like like in the future person to person interaction will become more and more valued because it's authentic as fuck, compared to everything online. Everything online will be just a little like it's not going to be as authentic, because because we've got deep fakes now. You can do a deep fake for voices, for faces. Like someone could make a deep fake of how someone looks and you could use that.
See, you say in-person stuff is going to get more authentic, and my mind just went, oh, we're going to go into Ghost in the Shell territory, where people start like mind-jacking each other and making them thinking they're seeing authentic stuff when real
Well, like that requires cybernetics.
Yeah, but like if we go to an age where that's common anyway.
Well, I think personally my thought process is that like online stuff will become a lot more common. However, if people like actually want to meet for like serious or like serious things, like person-to-person interaction in real life will be more valued. That's at least my thought process. Obviously, I'm not an expert on this shit, but like that's how I would think it would go, because if you're gonna make it so then literally everything online can be faked at some level, the only thing that can't be faked is your like in-person appearance. So it like even puts more, because like you get what I mean, right?
I do, but at the same time I'm just thinking, what if that can be faked? Like, I know it requires cybernetics, but what if
like that brings up the whole question of identity. That brings up the whole like thing of like, that's like how do you know, like if two people, if you've got, say, if there's me and then someone who says they're me, sounds like me, talks like me, and looks like me, is that me or is that a copy of me?
I mean, that'd be a copy, but you would be the only one, you and them would be the only ones to know.
Well, like, I guess like I'm also bringing into this the Theseus paradox. What's it called? Theseus's ship? What's it called? Fucking Christ. It's the thought experiment is, say there's an old ship. It's like an old Greek ship, perfectly preserved, and then someone like builds with the same materials that ship, and it is authentic, and it looks and feels like the ship, and feel like, at what point does it stop being a replica and be the ship?
Well, so here's the difference in that situation.
Because Juice, here's the thing, Juice, what I'm saying here is that, like, if like you had both the ships and they're practically identical, if you close your eyes and you replace that ship and they replace the ship without you even knowing it, how are you going to know it's the original?
So here's the thing.
The thing about a replica is that there's some level of inauthentic, there's like a difference. What if there's none?
In this ship example, I still think it's replica. But with the talking about scams, there's a big distinction, because this is more of a concept and philosophical question about clones. And like, let's say you have a person and then you have a clone, and it's like, clearly you were the original, clearly this is a test tube baby, but it looks like you, it thinks like you, it sounds like you, everything about it is you, but it's still a clone and replica. But at what point is it not a clone, and which point is it just there's two yous? However, with talking about AI and scams, it's completely different, because you can have somebody that looks like you, talks like you, sounds like you, but the moment they get your mom's credit card number, they're not you. They're taking the mask off, and they're like, ha ha ha, I was Greg the whole time and I got the money. At that point, I guess that's a completely different
that makes sense. Yeah, you're right there. But like that's when I guess like my thought process went into the cloning thing when you talked about, oh, but what if they can actually just alter their appearance to look like you?
Yeah.
And that's instantly what I went to, is my brain went to like the whole idea of cloning and shit. But yeah, that makes sense. But it's just like yeah. You're right on that front.
Did you ever play Tales of the Abyss?
Tales of the Abyss. Why does that sound familiar? But
so there's Tales games like Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Vesperia. The one that came after Tales of Symphonia is Tales of the Abyss. And cloning was like the whole point of discussion in this one, because the world was like, I
love philosophy, goddammit.
The world was like deteriorating in some way, and this guy wanted to like recreate the world in a way that, I'll show you my Tales. Hi, Proxy. You were supposed to go to bed. I'm happy to see you, but you said you were going to sleep.
Sleepy.
In Tales of the Abyss, the villain is basically trying to clone the entire world and replace it so that it stops producing. I think it was just like, I don't remember why he wanted to clone everybody. It's been so long. But the main character was basically kidnapped when he was 7, cloned, and then they kept the original, and the clone escaped and ended up finding his way back home. Or I think, no, they put the clone back where the original was. Like, they sent him back. And the original eventually escaped and tried to go home. But the clone, he was 7 years old, but essentially he had the mind of a toddler. He didn't know how to walk, he didn't know how to eat, he didn't know how to talk. They literally had to treat him like a 7-year-old baby. And they just thought, oh, he was kidnapped for 2 weeks, and he's been so traumatized that he's literally just regressed to a toddler, and we have to reteach him everything. So literally his friends and family, they like literally taught him as if he was a toddler back up to the age of 15. And when the game happens, he's like 14 or 15. But he's so immature. He is so incredibly immature because essentially he's only been alive for 7, right? Mentally, he's like 7 years old or something. But not only that, he has been spoiled rotten. Because he was kidnapped and went through this experience, they started just letting him get away with anything. They were like, oh, well, I don't want to be too harsh on him. I don't ever want him to feel as bad as he did when he was kidnapped, right? Like, they spoil him rotten. And,
Ooh.
And he's an absolute ass. He's an absolute piece of shit to everybody. He is so entitled, so egotistical. The only person he respects is his sword teacher because he thinks fighting is cool and he wants to play with swords. Shit goes down.
Those are pretty cool, though.
He gets, like, teleported along with this girl who tried to assassinate his sword teacher, across the fucking world. And he's like, what the fuck? You've ruined my life. And she's like, yeah, I feel really bad about that. I wanted to kill your sword teacher, but, I didn't mean to ruin your life. I'll get you home. And he's like, you better. And he's such a piece of shit to her, and she's just, like, putting up with it. On the way home, something like 10 hours into the game, you meet...
Beat the shit out of him.
Well, he's the main character. You meet the original. You meet the person that he was cloned from. And you're like, wait, he looks exactly like me. What the fuck? And he's like, yeah, that's because I am you, motherfucker. You're just a stupid clone. Literally, the world... I should kill you right now because you're just a clone of me. And he's like, whoa, what do you mean I'm a clone? And like, you didn't get kidnapped. I got kidnapped. They cloned me, and they put you where I was. I eventually escaped when I was like 8 or 9 years old, fought my way home. I literally killed people to get home, only to find that they were all happy, hunky-dory, with just a replacement that wasn't me. And so both of them are dealing with, like, clone philosophy issues, because one of them is like, do I matter? Because clearly a replica of me is enough to keep everyone, all of my friends and family happy. They don't even know I exist because there's a replica of me. And he's dealing with all that shit. And the clone is...
That sucks.
Yeah, the clone is dealing with the, I'm just a clone? Do I even matter compared to the real one? Oh, God. And, like, literally, I've never seen a game that just fucking breaks somebody's reality as much as this guy. Because when he finds out... When he finds out he's a clone... His 5 party members are all like, well, they all have different reasons for being in the party, right? One of them's like, well, I'm the princess and I'm literally the fiance of this duke who the kid comes from royalty. He's literally like a duke. And the princess is like, well, I'm engaged. I'm betrothed to Luke the prince, which if you're a clone, that's not you. So I'm going to go with the original. The one of the party members is like, I serve the house von Fabre, and if you're a clone, that's not you. And so like literally the whole party just abandons him. They all just fucking leave, except for the one assassin girl who like literally got him in all this trouble in the first place. I have not seen The Prestige. She's the only one that kind of sticks with him, and she's like, hey, you okay? And he's like, no, I'm not fucking okay. Everyone hates me. My world is a lie. And like, he just, again, takes it out on her. And I think this is when she stands up for her. She's just like, can you shut the fuck up? They all abandoned you, not because you're a clone, but because you're a dickhole. Like, you're just a jerk. Like, nobody likes you because you don't treat anybody like you like them. Fucking...
No one gives a shit about you being a clone. You're just an asshole.
Drop your balls and fucking get over it. And he's like, nobody talks to me that way. And she's like, yeah, well, you want them to go back to the way they were talking to you? And he's like, I don't know what I want. And she's like, well, figure it the fuck out. I told you I was getting you home. I'm getting you home. Come on. And so you start leaving, and you meet all your party members one by one all over again. And all of them are just like, you know, you're a dick, but that guy's more of a dick. Because the original guy, he's just angry. He's just fucking angry because he just hates everything.
Well, I can't.
And like,
I mean, I can't blame him.
And so they come back and they're like, I'd rather be treated like a doormat by the clone than be treated like just some throwaway that means nothing than the original. But by this time, the clone is starting to like mature and grow up. And he goes through Zuko levels of character development where he's like,
yo, Zuko's the goat.
Yeah, so like they come back to Luke and Luke's like, you're okay. And they're like, yeah, you know, the other guy was just too much of a jerk. And he's just like, I'm really happy to see you. And they're like, you're happy to see me? I didn't think I'd ever hear that from your mouth. And he's like,
Please tell me he reconciles with the fucking original.
At the very last minute, sort of.
At the very last minute, sort of. Because, like, okay, like, for realsies, if, like, I was a clone, like, okay, so, like, the thing about this whole debacle, and it's just, like, I find this whole thing interesting because, like,
mm-hmm.
Do you know about, like, so, one of the things that is, like, the, god damn it, brain work today, for teleportation, one
mm-hmm.
of the processes that is surmised that would work for teleportation would be just to clone yourself at the destination and then destroy the original.
Yes. So,
which is like hyper messed up.
Yeah.
But like makes someone, but because like it's like the question is that really you on the other end?
I mean, if you don't believe in souls, so I'm gonna spoil Tales of the Abyss. If you don't want Tales of the Abyss spoilers, fucking turn sound off for 3 minutes.
I don't give a shit.
It's an old JRPG from the PS2. I don't expect anybody to go back and play it. The whole thing about this game was that the world was getting cloned. And so, it turns out, with making these clones, the originals have to die. Because the clones don't last long. It turns out when there's a clone and a real, they're fighting over the same soul. And the soul is getting, like, ripped between the two, and both of them are dying unless one of them dies. And so, when they find that out, the original is just like, oh, well, I gotta kill my clone then so that I can live, you know, easy, let's get that done. And so it becomes a lot harder to reconcile with him, right? Because he's like, yeah, cool, I don't care, just fucking die. And the clone is like, one, I don't think I should die just because I'm a clone. I feel like I have value. And this is at the end of the game. For a lot of the time, he's fucking trying. But eventually, he's just like, I don't feel like I deserve to die just because I was born as a clone and you were born as the original. I feel like we should try to find some way for both of us to live. And the original's just like, aw, that's so thoughtful. I don't fucking care. Just fucking die, dude. I'm having, like, heart attacks. This fucking sucks and it hurts. And so, they want to solve their issues. They want to solve their issues and, like, both live. But there's a villain that's trying to clone the entire world and, like, causing all these problems that they're like, before we can ever do that, we literally have to save the world from this guy. And in the process of that, the original is like, hey, we're not going to make it if we keep trying to do this. So you go stop the guy, and I will hold off all the soldiers. I will basically enable the fight for you. You go 1v1 him, I will stop his army, and I'm not gonna last forever, dude.
It's like one of those classic shonen tropes.
Yes. I'm not gonna last forever, so don't fucking take too long. And then when you've defeated him and the army's not fighting me anymore, then we'll deal with it. And Luke's like, you're not planning to last till then. You're going to die here, and you know that. And Ash is like, shut up, nerd. Go deal with him, and then come back and tell me that I'm just killing myself. And Luke's like, I don't believe you, but I really want to. I'm coming back for you. And then he goes and you fight the final boss. And Ash, the name of the original, doesn't last more than like 1 or 2 minutes. He stops the army to buy them time. And then he either gets run through by swords or he just like succumbs and just literally just Thanos snaps away. And I think Luke, because he immediately stops feeling pain and immediately is like, oh, I feel whole again and I'm not being ripped apart. That means Ash died. And you go into the final boss with it. It's the shonen trope of, do they make up by the end? Kind of. Sort of, in that he fucking sacrifices himself. But it's like, Tales of the Abyss is like my favorite story from a Tales game, because it covers a lot of just topics like that, and a lot of moments it's just, fuck, that sucks and hurts.
Another one of, okay, so like there are multiple like good examples like that are in media for this kind of thing. Like, fucking, what's the name of the cyberpunk show that was on Netflix?
I know what you're.
Altered Carbon. Altered Carbon was very interesting.
I was thinking you were talking about Edge Runners.
Not Edge Runners.
Okay.
No, I'm not talking. I'm talking about Altered Carbon.
I forget Cyberpunk is a genre and not a game.
Actually, Avatar 2 is actually a good example. If you've seen Avatar 2, you know what I'm talking about. I'm big. I love the Avatar films.
I haven't watched one.
What? We're watching them.
Well, okay, here's the thing.
We're watching them.
I love the Avatar show. And they were like, we're making a movie. And I was like, cool. And it's called...
Oh, no.
No, hold on.
I'm not talking about Avatar.
Shut up. I know that the Avatar movie is horrible, okay? But I was mad because they had to change their movie to... Instead of Avatar, it was The Last Airbender. Because they were either given a cease and desist by the movie Avatar, or they were just scared and didn't want to deal with it. And so it was like, hi, Volvarin. It was this whole issue of like, oh, they're going after my Avatar series? I don't like the blue Smurfs anymore. Fuck them. And the fucking Avatar, the Last Airbender movie ended up being dog water and shit. But like, whatever, it's fucking Avatar, man. They went after my Avatar. Fuck them. I hate the blue Smurfs. I know the movies are good.
I will never. Okay, listen. Like, I will forever. Like, I just pretend like that movie doesn't even exist. We're getting like, literally there's an Avatar studio now. We're gonna eat good in the next couple years. We're gonna get a fucking Avatar film with adult Aang. We're gonna get a fucking
I don't want that.
Avatar. We're gonna get previous Avatar movies for the previous Avatars. And hopefully, I hope they hire the people who are doing the Genji, Avatar Genji. If you know what that is. It's
don't.
like a fan. It's a fan comic that's been being made. Going following the events after Korra. Going for the Avatar after Korra, who is an Earthbender, but it's like, and it's like super cool. It's some of the stuff in it is like very interesting because it's like they have this one dude who everyone for some reason they have it where there's one of the characters is like quote unquote the Avatar, but it's actually just a puppet for the government. And then there's the actual Avatar. it's super interesting.
I'm not gonna lie,
Because
all of this sounds awful to me. My biggest gripe with shows is like when they start and end, and that's a perfect story, and then they want more, so they do a sequel or a prequel, or they extend the main thing, and like the Avatar story
oversaturation.
with Aang is a perfect story. You take the first 3 seasons of Avatar: The Last Airbender, it is a perfect story, and it's amazing. It's like probably my favorite show of all time.
Korra's even, I would argue, like, I love Last Airbender, but I actually kind of like Korra more.
I hate Korra. I think Korra the character...
Well, like...
Hold on. I think Korra the character is really cool. I think Korra herself is really cool. But, like, I watched Korra, and all I could think of, holy shit, they just want to shoehorn in old characters from the old show to be like, look at all these characters that you saw in the last one. Ooh, like, look, you liked Iroh, right? Everybody likes Iroh. Anytime she goes to the spirit world, she sees Iroh now. And I'm just like, I hate that.
You see Iroh, like, twice.
I hate that so much.
You see, like, Iroh twice.
I feel like
And
there's a
that's
lot
it.
more than twice. I be
But,
blank.
like, when it comes, like, the reason I like, Korra more is that the characters, like the villains, especially the villains, are a lot more how can I put it? They're a lot they have a lot more depth than fucking the fucking Fire Nation
For
did
sure.
in Last Airbender. Like how Zahir is like this, essentially what they are is just like they're against the current system, and the Avatar is basically the holder of the current system.
Mm-hmm.
If you get what I mean.
No,
and it makes
for
you
sure.
question a lot of things, and it's like Zahir in
Aiha.
third season of fucking Avatar, of the third season, he like reconciles with Korra, and it's so interesting.
No, I think the villains in Korra are certainly a lot better. But in Avatar: The Last Airbender, it wasn't about Ozai. In fact, Ozai was supposed to be impersonal and not something Aang could reason with, because that was against his whole nature. It was supposed to be the toughest opponent for him. The journey of
it was
Aang
the journey. That was what it was about.
was much more like this daunting task, this thing that's impossible, this thing that's like the most difficult for him to deal with. It was not about Ozai. Ozai was supposed to be just dumb villain that's just like, haha, I'm bad because I'm gonna be bad, and you can't convince me otherwise. And like, as a villain, Ozai kind of, he's kind of boring. But with his role, with how he deals with Aang and the rest of the Avatar series, and how like that interacts, that was he was perfect. He was fucking perfect for it. Because like, if Aang could just wait a year or two, and then get strong enough, and then deal with Ozai. Ozai might have been on the back foot to be like open to negotiations. It might have been in Aang's favor, and he could have like negotiated with him like, you can't stand against me, you're gonna do this, and Ozai would be like, maybe, because I'm gonna lose everything because it's the goddamn Avatar, and I couldn't find him before he got good. But because there was the comet, Ozai just has this massive advantage and opportunity of like, there's nothing that can stop me. And that puts Aang in the worst situation where he's fucking freaking out, and he's like contacting past avatars going, what do I do? What do I fucking do? Right? It's about Aang's trouble with it, and not Ara. It's not about Ozai. Whereas the Korra stuff, there's a lot more interesting stuff with the villains. That being said, it felt like they're just throwing old characters at you. It felt like the progression of technology was way too fast. We went from like carts and wagons to a fucking mech in a city. And I'm gonna be honest, that's real fucking dumb. To also
can I just point this out? Can I just say this? considering what they're capable of doing, it doesn't really surprise me. Because, like, when you think about the mechanics for the mechs, they aren't using, like, advanced computers. Like, it's not really, like, when I think about it, it's just, like, some of the stuff, like, it's just, I wouldn't say it's like, there's some stuff in, like, it's just them getting the technology that the Fire Nation had. Because, like, if you look at the Fire Nation in Avatar, they had tanks.
They had tanks, but there's a massive difference between tanks and skyscraper mechs.
And blimps.
They did not have lasers, and I'm pretty sure the mechs had lasers. It's the level.
Did they have lasers?
I think they had lasers, and the level of technology was kind of just
I have to double check.
This is obscene. Here's the thing. I feel like they could have taken any book of Korra and just fleshed that out as its own avatar. I feel like Korra and Amon could have been a good story. I don't think it needed to be the avatar after Aang. I don't think we needed to see anything about Korra. I think it could have been like, let's just fucking chill for a while and maybe like 6 avatars or 5 avatars down the line. Then it's Republic City and Korra and Amon. And then like maybe go
well, wait, like how many years is it between the shows? How many years?
I want to say it's like 50 to 70. I want to say it's like 70 is a number sticking in my head.
Avatar.
I want
Avatar
full
Korra.
resets. There's a lot of avatars that did fucking nothing. And then it's like, oh, Aang is literally the greatest avatar of all time that mastered all 4 elements in a single year and stops, the Fire Nation from one of the biggest threats the world's ever had to deal with. And then Korra was just like, well, we gotta one-up that. So we have a cool story with Amon, which isn't bigger and better than Aang, but it's impressive. And then there's the second story with Zahir, which is like equally impressive, maybe more so than the Fire Nation and Ozai, because it's fucking mechs. But that's the same avatar that just dealt with Amon. And then it's like, oh, now it's the Spirit Vatu, which is like this
it's
every 10,000 years.
Yeah.
70 years, cool. And then there's the Spirit Vatu, which is like the origin of the avatar. And it's just, it felt like Korra was just like,
that shit.
I'm pretty sure that's season 3.
That was kind of weird.
And it's just like, can Korra catch a fucking break? Can she not be like doing something every fucking year? And each one of those could have been its own thing. You could have had a great story with an avatar that's like starts getting warnings from the spirit world. It's like, shit's gonna go down. You're gonna be fighting God. What do you mean I'm gonna be fighting God? Hey, Avatar Aang, you're the greatest avatar of all time. I'm gonna be fighting God. What does that mean? And Aang just goes, who the fuck is God? What do you mean you're gonna be fighting him? And they're like, oh fuck. Like, that would have been a great story on its own. That didn't need to be Korra. And it's just Korra, the story of Korra is just so fucking guilty of, we have to use the same characters, we have to be bigger and better. And I hated that. I hated that. There are parts.
Well, they didn't have one so your gripe is that they didn't they had multiple villains and they didn't just focus on one of them?
My gripe is that my gripe is that coincidentally fucking everything happens to Korra. And it's just like, it felt like for years, for centuries, for millennia with past avatars, it'd be like every now and then shit goes down. Every now and then the avatar has to deal with something. But there's a lot of avatars who, they just mastered the 4 elements and then chilled. Nothing happened. And then with Korra, it's like, oh, only 70 years after Aang, Amon tries to like wipe out the Benders. And then 2 years after that, Zahir tries to take over or kill the Avatar and upend the whole system. And then 2 years after that or whatever, the one earthbending girl has fucking mechs. And then I don't know the time frames of season 2 and 3. And then
So I will. Sorry, you go. You finish.
And then just after that, it's like Vatu the god comes back and tries to, you know, unmake life and bring it to chaos. And it's just like, hi Gale, I hate when it's like things have periods of like 500 years of chill, big conflict. 500 years of chill, big conflict. And then it's like, oh, this is where we're animating the story and actually writing about it. Story point, story point, story point, story point, story point. Dragon Ball Z does this, and it's my biggest gripe with the show. Nothing happens for hundreds of thousands of years. Nobody fucking has any planet-threatening stuff, and then suddenly, Vegeta and Raditz comes. Vegeta and Nappa comes. Frieza, they go out and deal with Frieza. That all by itself is one good story. Oh wait, some guy makes the androids and they're going to destroy the planet. Oh, he also made Cell, they're going to destroy the planet. Oh, there's this ancient evil, Majin Buu, he's going to destroy the planet. It's this whole theory, it's this whole idea that, like, because this is where they're telling a story, suddenly everything's happening. They covered a little bit in the Avengers, where I think it's like, because we have made this team of superheroes, we are attracting all these things with powers, and I hate that theory. It's just dumb to me.
But okay. This is the thing, and I just realized this when I just remembered this now, and I was like, oh, but like, all of the fucking events are connected in Korra. One leads to another. When, for instance, I'll give a good example. For the last 2 seasons, you have the port when actually the last 3 seasons. We're excluding the first season from this part. So what happens in the first season is they have the fucking fight with Satan or whatever. What happens there is it causes it to have a more connected. They're more connected to the spirit realm. And with that makes so then airbenders start to show up again. People start becoming airbenders because of that, causing Zahir to become an airbender, which causes that whole line of events to happen. Zahir has it where then he kills the queen of the fucking Earth Kingdom, which causes the fucking Earth fascists to go into government and causes that whole line of event to happen.
I still don't like. I do, and it makes sense. It fucking better make sense. I just still hate it in stories when it's like.
I do believe there's a connection between the first and second season too, as well. But all of it is connected, and it's not like a random event that happens. It's just so happens to happen. It's an effect of something that happened previously.
Right, but if it was that delicate of a balance where you knock over one domino, you're gonna knock over the rest of them. Why didn't it happen in other times? So like with Avatar Kyoshi, she killed Shin the Conqueror. She stopped the war and stopped the Earth Nation from taking over. Nothing came of that. There was no big story, no big fight for her to deal with after that. And like, I don't like it. I don't like it in stories where it's like, hey, there was a big war here, that's all this Avatar dealt with. There was a big war here, that's all this Avatar dealt with. And then Korra's like, I gotta deal with 4 fucking things. That's what I don't like.
Have you... There's a phrase for this. There's... It's something along the lines of like, there are decades when months happen, and there are months when decades happen.
That makes sense.
There are times when lots of shit happens in a small amount of time, compared to grand scheme of things. And then there is a ton of time when literally nothing fucking happens. You get me?
I do, I just don't like it. I don't like it when it's on a grand scale like this.
Yeah. I get that, but
Like-
that's like how I think about it, and it's just like, it's like all Aang had to deal with was the Fire Nation, but like being that right now in Korra is such a transformative time in their history, because all the nations have basically coalesced in this Republic City.
Mm-hmm.
It's all of the, like, this is like an independent state that represents all of the nations. So then, this is like a big deal. This is no small thing. To have it where it's a nation, it's like a state that represents everyone. It's like having the UN own like a plot of land and be like, yo, this is the UN. This is like UN city. This is like a city for every single nation on the planet that is a part of the UN.
Mm-hmm. I just don't like it.
That's like, and like there's going to be a ton of conflict in that, especially when it comes to the bending and non-bending shit.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I actually really like that they did between Korra and Avatar is that in Avatar, and apparently they took a lot of cues from modern martial arts for Korra, as a like as how they actually changed how some of the bending like works. Like
I thought they did that for the original Avatar.
No, they didn't. So okay, so for the original, they used more traditional martial arts for Avatar: The Last Airbender, but for Korra, they actually went into like actual pro martial arts, as in like it's a lot faster. The forms are a lot shorter, so it makes it so they can easily react. And you actually see Korra having to relearn some bending because she knows it the traditional way, and not the modern way. And
that was neat.
It's really
like
interesting.
That.
I like that attention to detail is what I praise. And like and I kind of a like side note on the thing, like I hope that they don't oversaturate Avatar and they just like they get to a point where they're like, I'm happy with how it is, and they just stop it and they just celebrate it whenever it's like its anniversary or whatever.
Well,
like that's all they fucking need to do.
I don't want them to oversaturate this specific time period, because Avatar is like it's an infinite spanning time with just this character that has this power in a fantastic setting. They can just say like, let's do a water Avatar and put a story there, just 500 years after Aang or 5,000 years before Aang. Like they can just, if they want to use the setting and the abilities, they can. I just don't want them to use the fucking time frame of Aang or Korra or right before or after. That's what I don't want them to do. Same thing about Star Wars, actually. Star Wars has this like really good setting that people want more of, but they keep making goddamn stories around the fucking fall of the Republic and rise of the Empire. And it's like, the way technology works in Star Wars is there's no way to like keep all of it. So technology has got to a point where it's being created and learned as fast as it's being lost. And so there's this like, you know, space travel, hyperlight travel, going all over the place, finding lost technology that's incredible and amazing, but also people losing technologies at the same time, which then becomes lost technology to be found by somebody. And so like, you can put a Jedi story fucking anywhere in the timeline. Stop connecting it to fucking Anakin and that time frame, and it'll be good. Do you really think Disney's going to touch anything that deep? No, the problem is investors are like, hey, we want to write a story. People liked fucking Anakin or Iroh, and that sells merch, so put them in another story. And it's like, you motherfucker. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate investors. I hate where the money comes from for projects like this. That being said, there are many things I like about Korra. I don't like the story overall, but like the Red Lotus, those guys are fucking cool. The Red Lotus is so fucking cool. Like, all 4 of them is just like, dude, these guys are badass. Zahir especially. Zahir, dude, that guy is so fucking cool. And like, as cool as he is, it was awesome seeing him get his ass whooped by shit, who's the airbending guy? Starts with a T. I'm forgetting Korra's airbending teacher. But seeing the guy who was like the best airbender in the world whoop Zahir's ass, team backed him up, that was cool. That was like, I don't know. Zahir was just cool every step of the way, even when he was losing. Korra herself is a really fucking cool avatar. I like the scene when she fights the guys in the street, and everybody's like, oh my god, did she just earthbend? Did she just firebend? And like, she just fucking she's so cool. But like, the story, I hate the story of Korra. I cannot stand how saturated it is and how quickly some things like the technology rose. They would quickly do 3 movies with the same characters but different universes, then actually try to do something new. God, I know. People don't like the Star Wars MO, the Old Republic, and I think that's mostly because they really liked Knights of the Old Republic, and they're like, this isn't Knights of the Old Republic, this sucks. But Star Wars the Old Republic has nothing to do with the Star Wars setting of Anakin and that whole thing with the Empire and Republic. It is just, there is the Republic and the Sith Empire. So I don't even know if it's before or after the movies, but it's so far disconnected that it is just completely new characters. And it feels great. It feels good. Oh. I suddenly got the big hunger.
Food.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, what the fuck? Somebody's playing fucking Fortnite. I think I might send you guys to Leaf Yachts. She's playing Fortnite. What the fuck? I want to see what the fuck that's about. Cool. I need to move this to this hand, that, push into the sky so I don't lose it. Where's a window? I think I do this same view every time I'm here. Behavior. Look at me. Anchor. World. There we go. What? Yeah, Leafeons is playing Fortnite, which is like, huh? How the fuck did that happen? Alright. We did 5.2 miles. Nice, easy day. I'm not going back to the nut house. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know what to tell you. This is kind of a nut house. Where is this? There we go. Slash raid Leafeons. Hell yeah. Thank you everybody for keeping me company. We did 5.2 miles. Can I see the calories from here? 800 calories. We had fun talking about Avatar and steampunk and clones and Tales. Oh my god, I hadn't talked about Tales of the Abyss in a long time. It's not on Steam. It's probably on the 3DS or the remake if you ever want to play it. Maybe it'll come to Steam someday. We're gonna go see Fortnite and Leafeons. I love you. Bye.